Hello, everybody. Oh, all of the cameras are wonky. Give me a moment. I was just about to say, sorry for the late start. We've been having some technical difficulties, and that much is very true. So just give us a moment here whilst I correct things on the fly. It's why apparently everything has resized. That's all good. Every single one. Oh, that's going to be every single scene that's broken. Anyway, hello and welcome back to the Elendor Chronicles, brought to you by the Component Cast. Before we get on with tonight's episode, I'll make sure that Lambert can actually be seen, and also that he's not a. Hang on, he's currently very, very short in his camera. So
I'm very tall in mine. Let's adjust mine a little bit here.
No, don't make it worse, Lambert. I'm trying to adjust you. There we go. There we go. There we go. Then we're at least all a similar size floating head. Yes, before we get on with tonight's episode, we have a few things to cover. First of all, if you want to help the show, one of the best ways to do so is either by becoming a Twitch sub or joining us on Patreon. Patreon gives us the biggest slice of the pie and helps us make more shows like this one. But money is tight right now. We're heading up to the winter holidays. The cost of living everywhere is ridiculous, so there are so many free ways you can help. One of which is by simply liking the broadcast, sharing the broadcast, being involved in chat. Remember, if you're not involved in chat, you don't get counted as a viewer anymore. Thanks, Twitch. Or just liking our stuff, sharing it around. Come join our Discord. Join us on Discord. We've got loads of things to do. Not only do we hang out there from time to time talking about the show. You get information about other shows, other things members of the crew are doing. There's a art room, there's a home brewing room, there's all sorts. Mikey there's Mikey's meme room. He puts a lot of work into that. The other thing you can do is listen to our soundtrack. Our soundtrack is free to use for anyone creating content, completely royalty free. It's on Spotify, iTunes, Google Music, Google Play. What's the music for non-Apple Music? The Google one. I don't know. I can't remember what Google Music is called. If anyone can remember what. I've said the word Google Music too many times. It doesn't sound real. I don't think it's a real app anymore. Anyway, yeah, just listen to it. It's also on Instagram, Snapchat, YouTube Music. You can get it anywhere to make your content. Don't need to credit us, but if you do, that would be lovely. Yeah, that's the Elendor Chronicles Volume 1 on all of the places you get music. Other than that, I'm going to get us going. Let us begin with tonight's episode. Okay, so, of course, I knew this scene was going to be broken as well. There we go, it fixed. It's
Yep. Okay.
The sizing error bug, that seems to be with YouTube Studio Mode, YouTube OBS Studio Mode. And I was just saying to Lake, I've been using the same OBS suite for the Elendor Chronicles since probably before OBS Studio, which is a long time now, and it's bound to have picked up many bugs over the years, and I really should rebuild it from the ground up, but also anyway, let's do a bit of a recap, shall we? So last time our adventurers finished. We've been in a giant war within the apocalypse, within the abyss, to help prevent the apocalypse, we have 3 remaining members of the Skyfire Adventuring Company. Breton, Valymr Kensek, and Ruby Sunderstar, all of whom are at the head of an army of Nardathelian warriors who have volunteered to venture forth in one final act of defiance before the end times. The plan is to breach the center of Nullian power, and I was going to say corrupt it, but that implies bad things. The opposite of corrupt, but with the same connotations. Disrupt. We'll go with disrupt. Disrupt Nullian operations so that they can't support Zethacres and his draconic rise. The plan is to plant a seed provided to them by Salwa in the Great Blood Lake to prevent Nullian interference with the final showdown. This, however, has led the army to assault a location simply known as the Blood Keep. It is a formidable fortress and center of remaining Nullian worship, deep within multiple layers of the abyss. Getting here was actually not as fraught with danger as it could have been, thanks to the heroics of our party. However, as the siege has progressed, nearly at 1 week of sieging now, which in the grand scheme of sieges is not a long time, but in the grand scheme of the abyss could be the total opposite. The siege has been going well, if not getting slightly worse. A few sessions ago, the party stoked the Hornet's Nest, blowing a gaping hole in the citadel with a newly formed spell by one sorceress by the name of Ruby, doing a lot of damage, but it provoked and forced Null's hand, quite literally, with an army of undead and cultists ploughing towards the siege camp. Within it, the very hand of Null. However, where we left off, our party had just finished off clearing out artillery pieces that were harassing the war camp, only to find an onyx box. The onyx box is a mysterious artifact that essentially began this campaign. It was the first thing that they needed to find. It was the prison of one Joanna von Brandt, and it is, or a replica, or a sister box, is now stood in front of them on the island of the lighthouse. Party, what would you like to do? Oh, let me give you a chance to win some inspiration, shall I?
Please.
Okay. This is going to go back to old notes.
Oh, gosh.
And before I ask it, I'm just going to quickly double check something. So talk amongst yourselves.
He's opening Mordred's notes.
I actually am.
No.
I actually am opening Zep's journal because
oh my god, here we go.
He was an excellent note taker, and I just want to double check it against my own.
He was spectacular. So when we open this box, it's got fire on the outside of it. It's, iconography is fire. What is the odds that we open this box and we find the fire version of Johanna? What are the odds that we open this box and because it's made of the wibbly wobbly timey wimey thing, inside is Ruby 2?
Electric Boogaloo, Fire Boogaloo.
I wasn't gonna say that, but you made the joke.
Ruby 2, Electric Boogaloo. I don't know. Phoenix Boogaloo.
Ice version.
We'll workshop it.
It's got fire on the box, so this could be Ruby that was subsumed by Caloris. I'm literally just throwing stuff out there to give him his time here. What else could be on the elemental plane of fire? It's definitely not Caloris itself. We resolved that plot point. that's not going to come back to bite.
An egg hiding underneath the Rian somewhere.
There's a bunch of other. There's lots of other fire stuff on the fire plane. It could be Afridi or people. They tend to be pretty free-willed. They probably don't want to be repressed. It could be just straight up Genasi. We really don't have a reference for what the hell. It could be salamanders. That doesn't seem.
Let's look at what we know it can't be. We know it can't be Caloris because that point got resolved. It can't be anything.
Not from this timeline.
It can't be anything that the cultists have wielded because they haven't had a lot of fire involved with their stuff. So the idea that it's less weapon, more prison, I can go with.
Okay.
But we also got the letter that did confirm that there were people inside, so it is a prison, we know that. But it was individuals that they expected to use towards the war effort that they very much saw as they are to be under our control. If they resist us, do away with them. These are not our people. These are our... I don't know if slaves is the right term, but they are definitely doing the bidding, albeit against their will.
Okay, so I cannot actually confirm the question I was going to ask, so I'm going to ask you an alternative. My backup question. Which session of Campaign 1 did you enter the box?
21.
Was it that many?
No idea.
No, I want to say closer to like 11 or 12.
As we all know, we lost Session 1. Session 1, we tragically lost due to an error, and that episode is lost to time for those who did not view it.
Right, but episode 2 is still called episode 2.
I'm going by canonical sessions played.
I'm trying to retroactively think back of what we did in each of those first sessions to work our way there. Because the first session was obviously the introduction of Pinatucci's Pizza. Well, first session 1 was Pinatucci's Pizza. We all remember Pinatucci's Pizza. It was classic, and the fact that we got to go back there and re-experience it was good because people needed to know about Pinatucci's Pizza.
Also, the first session visually, so session 1 was lost. The other session is actually session 1.5. So technically, we have a session 1.5, 2, 3, 4, 5, so on.
I'm going to say, I think Beth is closer to right than Valymr. I think it was not that many sessions in. I think by 20, we were out of Redberry.
I'm going to lock it in. 10.
Okay.
I'm going to stick with 21, not for any other reason than it's my favorite number.
I'm going to do this again, where I'm going to undercut one of you, and it's going to be the other end. It's going to be like 27, and I'm like, wow, I just forgot everything we did in Redberry. Because the only thing I can remember, I remember working for the Charade, the masked like rebellious nobles. I remember working for them. We did like 2 jobs for them. We tried to work for the Guard for a period. We had to work for
the Excremental.
The Excremental, yes, I had forgotten that, but thank you for reminding me that. The Mud Golem.
That guy who was pining after a woman, and we had a conversation by a fountain.
I do remember that, yeah, because I remember that was Zedaar's introduction of the Silver Hymns of Bahamut. Yeah, that was a thing. I'm gonna say it was 15.
15.
I'm gonna hit the middle.
So, what did you lock in, Valymr?
21.
Valymr, you are the furthest away.
Okay.
What did you lock in, Lake?
I said 15.
You are the next furthest away.
Oh wow, it was actually like it was
Beth.
8, wasn't it? It was 8 long sessions, and that was it. I did it again.
I'm going to give it to you, Beth, because it was session 11.
Oh wow, that was your first guess.
It was session 11. You said it the first time around. You said 11 or 12, and then you locked in 10. But I will put it that it's labeled as session 10 in Zep's notes because he has 2 session 9s, and that's how he did the refigure of the thing. Because I believe the first session 9 was a half session, and that's how he caught himself back in his notes. So, Ruby, you get a point of inspiration for this session. Yeah.
I'll give it to somebody who'll use it later.
Session 12 was officially the first session off of Redberry.
Yeah, like we didn't spend that much time in Redberry, but I really couldn't piece together how much time. I think I'm going to take that as indicative of how much time we've spent now in this campaign of 5, 6, 7 sessions doing one thing. But in those early sessions, it was very simple, like go here, do the job, go back, get paid, start moving to the next job. And we only did a grand total of 8 or 9 jobs before
Yeah, you were
I cannot
out of the
remember the
tutorial.
ogre's name.
Blackjack.
Blackjack. Yes, thank you.
Correct. Blackjack.
I knew it was something to that style. It was that long before Blackjack's like, hey, we found the thing, because obviously there was the campaign, the riverboat that Ruby that set on fire.
Yes, yeah, that was about session 5 or 6, where you
like
had
that,
to deal
it
with
it was jam packed
with the ambassador. Yeah, no, it was yeah. There you go. Anyway, party, you are presented to one of these boxes. You have these keys. What would you like to do? Where are we at? I'll leave you to discuss for a moment.
Well, we're still on the Lighthouse Island, because that seemed like the best place to open up something that might do this. And we figured out which of these keys opens the box safely, and that we learned from the notes some of these keys should not be used on the box, because that's a dumb idea. So we've got a long rest. So
we also know that Null really doesn't want anybody else to have these keys, because he gave instructions for the holder of them to kill themselves, or basically get themselves banished to a realm of the Blitz.
Yeah, I'm gonna read this. I'm gonna read this for them again, because should you face imminent, unavoidable capture, you will apply the Seal of Annihilation to the keys, shattering them and drawing both them and yourself directly into the eternal nothingness. This is not a choice, it is an obligation. Ensure the binding seals are active during transit. If any prisoner attempts to escape or their containment is compromised, activate the box's emergency purge function. Better a dissolved asset than an escaped one. So yeah, this is the sort of being that we are working with here.
I wondered, we did a couple of counter spells on this guy, if I remember rightly.
You did.
Do you reckon either of those was like Seal of Annihilation and we counterspelled him from doing it?
No, I think one of the keys is the seal that he was supposed to apply.
Can we get
No, it does say you will apply the Seal of Annihilation to the keys.
Correct.
Can we get a identify on these, Ruby?
And to my knowledge, I searched them pretty thoroughly. I didn't find anything that looked like a seal.
I can identify them, but I will need some time.
I think if anything is worth spending the time, it's probably this.
Going back to something I haven't cast since a while ago.
On the portal, I think, to get here.
Yeah, I will ritually cast Identify.
Sure.
How many keys do we have?
Do you remember?
Oh, I mean, we can count them. I do not remember off the top of my head, but it was something like...
You have 8.
6.
God damn it, I'm doing it again. No, I think it was more than that. I think it was like... my brain keeps looping back with me. It was either 8 or 12,
I think it's
I want
8,
to say.
if I remember correctly. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it's 8 keys.
But listen, we're also delving into like Old Kingdom stylization right now, and my brain is immediately going to the 7 bells of the necromancers. So,
yeah,
is that Lyriel, Sabriel, Borsa?
That's Sabriel, Lyriel, and Averson. It's also there's also a sequel to it. There's a 4th book now.
Huh?
I think there may even be a 5th book now, if I'm not mistaken. That story's kept on going. Some of them are better than others. I love the original. Garth Nix.
I actually don't know. I don't get this. I don't know this reference, actually.
It's the Old Kingdom trilogy.
Good person necromancer. The bells.
Yeah. It's the Aberson. Basically, they're a necromancer who was trained in the way of keeping the dead down rather than raising them up. And it was their sworn duty to be the person who's responsible for doing that in the world. Anyways, tangent. So yeah, 8 keys in the bandolier. 8 keys that we should be careful using on this box. Though, if the Seal of Annihilation is not... Activate the box's emergency purge function. We should definitely figure out how to do that so we don't do it by accident. I think would be a good idea.
Yeah, definitely identify on each of the keys. Identify on the box itself. Get whatever information we can out of it.
We might want to check in on how the siege is doing either. It's also been 8 hours. I mean, we can see the camp from here. Like if Breton just runs up on top of one of the walls and looks down to the south. What is the condition of the siege right now?
Can you give me a perception check?
Yeah, I will happily give you a perception check.
I'm going to keep the blindfold on.
183.
Perfect. Okay, we'll get to that in a minute. Actually, no, we'll get to that first because of time doing these identifiers that can take time.
Identify slow.
Identify slow because it's, 10 minutes per...
It's 11 minutes per cast.
Yeah, 11 minutes per... And that's per key, so... So you look back at the camp. It has been... Like, there's definitely smoke and there's definitely damage from the camp that you can see visibly from here, but it's not being shelled anymore. It's not being... it's not taking the brunt of artillery. So that's something to note. Outside of that, there's no like forces directly attacking it currently.
I really wish we had a spyglass. That would be convenient.
We kind of do. We have the scope from the rifle.
Does a little bit for magnification, but not much.
Yeah, like if it's like using an ACOG, that's not quite what we're getting into here. We need an 8-time scope at the very least.
It's more of a red.
Sure, it wasn't made by Zed.
You do see, like, every now and then as you're looking up there, you actually do see a little bit of a light flash as the spotting scope of the scouts actually catches your eye.
Can I just... I have spotting scope in my inventory.
From what?
I think I took it off the scouts at one point. I don't remember giving it back or even taking... I remember taking it. I don't remember giving it back. And I wouldn't have mentioned it, but for the fact that you called it a spotting scope, and that is exactly how it's written in my inventory.
Interesting. Okay, so...
If you want, I can say that I gave it back to them.
They definitely have it because it's the big mounted one that they're using.
That's the big mounted. I definitely don't have it. I'll remove it from my inventory. Yeah, fair enough.
That's the big mounted, like it's on a tripod one that they've been using to support you for the last 6 or 7 sessions.
Yeah, for now we don't have it.
Yeah, fair. Exactly. But if you can work out if it was that one or a different one, do let me know. Yeah, the camp doesn't look like it's threatened right now. But it doesn't look how you left it.
Where's the fog at?
Fog hasn't moved. It's still like covering the majority of the causeway, and you do see bits of the enemy army sort of taking ground. Also, you notice that your trebuchet isn't firing.
That was firing when we left.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, levels of threat at a time. Let's figure out. Let's figure out the box.
Ruby, which of the keys are you identifying first? A random one or the one that was Arcana checked to possibly be the key to this particular box?
I'll do the one I've already Arcana checked.
Sure. So the 11 minutes passes, and you understand that this is what is known as an Arcano-lock key. It is 100%. It works like almost a tuning fork for opening the box. It does nothing else. It's got similar magics associated with it, of both teleportation circle and plane shift, but it's tied and attuned to be matching only the box that it fits, if that makes sense.
basing off the information that we learned earlier, can I infer that these boxes are their own kind of pocket planes that are designed to contain their people within? Yeah, okay.
Yes. For example, it seems to be for this one specifically that it opens at least it does open a door to a plane.
And inside are conditions similar to what we can assume to be like an elemental plane of fire of some sort.
Yes, there's a lot of symbology, and this one actually this actually gives you a name.
Ooh, a name. Namawa.
With the occupant, maybe.
Phil.
Phyllis.
One of my least liked names.
You know what?
Mildred.
I was gonna. So, the name is Verdis.
It's close.
But red, green. No, green is Verm. Verd is Gred.
Verd is green, but it's
if you spell it with an I instead of an E, then it becomes a portmanteau of Viridian.
Yeah,
it's not a portmanteau, but it becomes a variation of Viridian.
Verdis.
Oh, so it is spelled Ver, like verdant instead of verd. Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. Do I know somebody in history or across the plains? Which is, you'd say actually not if the answer is no, but do I know somebody named
Give me a
Fergus?
history check.
I like making this, and I will tell people somebody named Verdis. Anybody know that?
Oh fuck, I was right. It is a portmanteau. Fuck.
Is that is the name Verdis what you're getting from identify on the box itself?
On the key.
Or on a key? On a key.
On a key.
Which key?
The one to
that was the key that opens it.
The Verdis key?
The one that I marked on the bandolier.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That we know opened this box specifically. Or at the very least, that they seem to be attuned to this box specifically.
No, it doesn't ring a bell to you.
While this is going on,
yeah,
I think I'm gonna have Breton's gonna just say to Zara, why don't you send the champions back to the camp so you all can check on things and ensure that they don't need your help. I think here we're going to be more or less settled, and I can get the group back by myself.
She nods. I think that is a smart plan. However, if you do require my assistance going forward, do let me know.
Just watch for fireworks.
She turns to
Green. I'll tell her. Red flame is get here very very quickly. Green flame is we just need to talk.
I would perhaps not go for red. We are in a plane. The majority color scheme is red. I am also red.
Good point.
And
yeah,
it's just
yellow.
I was going to say, Lady Sunderstar, do you have the ability to change the color of your flames? In like a signaling fashion?
I can do that.
Oh, can you?
I don't. Do I have thaumaturgy? I don't fucking know. Do I have thaumaturgy?
Yeah, I have thaumaturgy. You make a flame, I'll change the color.
Very well. That works for me. Let us go. Green. Green is urgent. Blue is calm.
Okay.
Great. Green is urgent. Blue is calm.
Yeah, as in come over, but not at the highest speed possible. Like.
Green is come over and bring help, maybe?
Yeah. That works.
All right.
She flies, but she takes the champions and flies.
Elemental beings, potentially fire, potentially Team Verdis. We speak Primordial. The release, I know Breton speaks Primordial.
Mm-hmm.
What is Ruby?
Mm-hmm.
So we know Ignan, we know Terran, we know Orin, we know Aquin. Does this name come off as pertaining to a specific subsect of Primordial?
And with a 20, nothing?
A history check of a 20 didn't give you anything.
I do Infernal, if that's...
If this is going to be a like linguistics check... like in terms of root etymology and stuff.
For a second there, I was going to make a comment. How hard is it to know that a word comes from a language? And then I realized, just speaking, it was like English as a language itself is actually mostly French, so it's hard to say where words come from if you go far enough back.
Give me a. I'm gonna say give me an intelligence check. This isn't as high a DC as trying to know the exact name.
Okay.
Because it's like inference or an insight check, maybe.
Well, is the fact that I'm actually proficient in... Does the languages that I'm proficient in give me any bonus to this?
The languages that you're proficient in is allowing you to make this check.
Okay, so it's just a straight
for
intelligence
all of us,
roll.
or
Okay.
just people with primordial?
Anyone who can speak primordial or infernal.
Oh, or infernal. I'll take an infernal.
20.
20.
Trash. 10.
17.
Breton, with a 20 speaking linguistically, this looks to be more of an Ignan name. But it could quite easily also just be an infernal name as well.
So, we're gonna go in? Talk to this person?
Have you identified all the keys, or are we just doing one key, then use it?
Be here for 9 hours if there's so many keys.
There's 8,
like, what,
so
10?
yeah, there'll be 8, so that's...
Just one more thought. Did we ever figure out what was his creepy smile guy? Your half brother Valymr. Did we ever figure out what his name was?
Yeah. It was something super, banal.
I was just wondering, because if this is both Ignan and fire, like Ignan and potentially infernal, is there a weird chance that we're going to find some unusual naming convention that starts with a V that's going to... Is this another child of... maybe not our cause, because obviously that was kind of dealt with, but like another child of something similar to that?
His name was Adagio.
Adagio, yes.
Speculation's only going to get so far. Ruby's got a point. Let's get in here.
Using the identified, do I have the concept of how to open the box?
Yes, it does tell you how to open the box.
Do we? I hate to take us another 10 minutes. Do we want to identify the box itself so we don't accidentally trigger a failsafe or an alarm or something to that effect?
We do know that there is a way to pour acid into it, so...
We also do know a way that there is if you accidentally touch it the wrong way or activate it the wrong way, it may self-destruct and purge everything within, which if it's, depending on how careful we are, let's try and avoid doing that.
Also, Ruby, an extra tidbit for you. The magic that made this box and this key is of an unknown origin.
As in not Elendor?
The craftsmanship is of an unknown maker.
No, as in the magic of the spell is of an unknown... You've come across unknown magics before in terms of their school. This, again, does not fit into a single school of magic that you are aware of in... that would be identified.
It reminded us of the doors, right? The mirrors. Because when we first found it, that was how it was described. It reminded us of the mirrors.
Mm-hmm.
God magic.
All right. Well, I would appreciate this and identify on the box. If anything, hopefully it will tell us turn key right to open, turn key left to liquefy. That will be a very important piece of knowledge to know.
All right.
If not, then, well, I guess at that point our best guess is our best guess. You sure you didn't find any instructions on this, Valymr? Not anything at all?
It's not language as such. It's like script, but not language. It's not something I can read.
Yeah, it looks more like it's going to be coordinates, if anything. It's like it's coordinates on an unknown map.
I guess we'll sit back for another couple minutes and let another identify go off.
Sure.
Yep.
After another 11 minutes. Boom.
10.
It is 11.
It's
What?
it's 10 plus 1.
Bullshit. Why would that be a thing? That doesn't make any sense.
Because ritual casting increases the length of the spell by 10 minutes, and identify has a ritual cast of a normal cast of 1 minute, so it's 11 minutes.
I thought it makes it a 10-minute cast.
No, it increases the length by 10 minutes.
It is an 11-minute cast. It's a.
I hate that.
Yeah,
I hate that's dumb.
I hate that. I hate that. I feel like they made a mistake.
I feel like they did. They absolutely did, and I hate that.
They 100% meant to make it a 10-minute cast, but then screwed up wording.
Yeah. Just to tell you the wording, it allows characters to cast the ritual by taking an additional 10 minutes. So that is an addition. That's why certain spells that take even longer cost, odd amounts. Anyways.
Again, you don't. Something that you learn, slightly different to the identify on the key, is the key was used to create the box.
Does it say how?
Unit, should you say? You do identify that there is a ritual involved in doing that. You also learn that to destroy the plane with inside, one of the ways to do so is by destroying the key.
Okay.
You do not.
I guess a way to look at it.
That you do not find that the box is trapped. And you do learn the correct way to interface the key in the box.
The key doesn't open the door, the key makes the door. The box is the door frame. Nope, I'm just that's magic that's not my wheelhouse. Let's just open this damn thing.
And she will do so.
Okay. Like the first time, a large white light engulfs you. As you, Breton and Valymr, are you all going through?
Yeah, once it's open.
Cool.
Yeah.
Because it's a case of you will have to link hands with Ruby to move through. The white light engulfs you.
Alright guys, buddy system.
And after a moment, your eyes adjust and you feel in a much, much warmer environment. As you look around you, you are surrounded by what seems to be deep orange and fire-like skies. Where you've been dealing with this plane of blood where it's all red, there's like the color adjustment isn't too much, but the noticeable warmth is as you look out across what seems to be a cityscape of various flat and domed roofed buildings. In between the buildings, flows of lava throw. The style of the building that you're in, it's The stonework is like of a deep orange, like almost like a sandstone, and the building style is very close to like the Azdakian buildings. It's got like long form windows, a lot of archway patterns, and there's also the floor in front of you is this brilliant sort of mosaic. There's a few potted plants as well, and you look to be in a foyer of a building.
Does it remind us of where we found Johanna? Any resemblance there? Any architectural similarities?
No, where you found Johanna was the Wystongjir aggression. It looked like
one of the rooms just looking out over the city.
Yeah, this doesn't look like it's anywhere on Elendor.
Okay.
But again, it's a similar structure of you are currently in a room that is overlooking a city. And again, you seem to be in a bit of a foyer. And there's actually a fountain in the center of this foyer that is spewing lava. In place of...
So I imagine it is just radiating heat in this place.
It's hot.
Yeah. Okay.
I will allow either a religion or a history check to work out where you might be.
Religion. That's the same roll for me. I will roll
23. History.
Religion. Because everybody else rolled everything else. I rolled a 9.
Ruby, you definitely know, like just from the description, you seem to be looking out over the city of Brass.
Okay.
Valymr, you think it might be the city of Brass, which is a big city in the elemental plane of fire.
The Afridi city in the elemental plane of fire. Interesting.
But
as I recall, these boxes are actually not there. They're illusions of what's around them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what happened with Johanna.
So we're not actually there. This is just simulating it.
So whoever is here is from the city of Brass. And they're, to keep them sedate, I guess, it's familiar surroundings for them.
Yeah. So probably talking to an Afridi or a genie, I guess, of Elendor woods.
Yeah, anyone here. Or no one here. Not unless we go farther in.
Well,
and you're God.
Temperature's fun.
Yeah, speak for yourself. Breton's just gonna make his way over towards like the opening in the foyer to be like, hello? Is anyone home? And then he said that in common at first, and then he will repeat that in Ignan.
As you repeat that in Ignan, you hear like wind chimes resonate, almost like a doorbell goes. But nothing happens yet. Although you do hear of what sounds like something unlocking.
Is there anything popping with True Sight?
Not right now.
Apologize if we are barging in an inconvenient time, but the time may in fact be of the essence. We assure you, despite our arms, we are not here to harm anyone, to the best of our understanding. Breton's just going to, hands up, just showing no weapons, not here to do anything, just going to very slowly start to make his way out past the foyer into the space beyond.
Now that you're out of the foyer, you can see around you, there seems to be several doors to this area that they were just outside because you were in like a small enclosed space. And you've now progressed in. It's like also there is heat radiating from that almost volcanic fountain. But yeah, you see off of this area, like that you've gone through the small, like the archway. fountain, and then to the right of the fountain there's 2 doors, to the left of the fountain there's 2 doors. And as you look, on the left-hand side, one of the doors is open.
Breton just looks down both sides. Shrugs his shoulders. Nobody else is saying anything. We'll just creep forward up to the front door that's open and just kind of softly, like, knock on it.
I don't speak Igden, so I'll let you take the lead.
Hello?
You hear back in Ignan. I was not expecting any guests. Please make yourself comfortable. I will be in there in a moment. And
what language do you say that in?
Ignan.
Okay.
As you look in the unlocked door, it seems to be what seems to be a parlor.
And waiting room.
And on the floor of the waiting room, you see in Ignan, Verandis metal merchants.
I can comment. We should make ourselves comfortable. They'll be with us in a moment. As though Breton would look at his watch and tap it, but how do you convey, like, we should be careful of how long we spend here, I think. Especially since no one is outside watching the box. Solvril is. Solvril's outside watching the box.
Silveril is outside watching.
Is the door to this place open, or was it more going through? The box itself still sealed.
So you don't actually see a box when you transfer. It's like you press the key against it, white light, and then you're here.
And then we were just inside with the theoretical box. If Breton just checks...
Where you came from, though, there is a door.
Sure. Well, if Breton just like mentally checks, Solvril, can you hear me?
Does Greatest Deeds communicate?
As long as they're within a mile of me.
So you can't contact across planes.
I think because it has a finite limit, if it is across planes, it does not work.
No, it does not work.
That is one of the things that I was trying to confirm. Yes.
You would be considered within a demi-plane right now.
Mm-hmm. Because it's not like the spell can use the door itself. It doesn't respect if you're within a mile of him through the spatial dimensionings is weird. You don't want to get into the math of that. Nobody needs to measure that. All right, we are sealed off from the outside, but it's okay. We'll just make the most of it. Are we going to be good guests, or are we going to be pushy, bargaining, and try and resolve this faster than not?
I think we probably wait for them, see what this is all about, see who they are.
Well, take a seat then. Make our way into the parlor.
You make your way into the parlor, and there's the strong smell of tobacco. As eventually a roaring flame appears in what looks to be like a chimney-esque alcove.
Because it needed to be hotter.
And within that flame appears an Afriti. They are wearing blazoned... They have brilliant red skin and blazoned orange sort of looks like silk robes And he just looks at you, and he presents himself with this noble sort of expectancy, and then actually takes a look at you three and goes, which one of you speaks Ignan? Your accent is formidable.
I do?
That's a polite way of saying different, I believe, in most cultures. That would be, and Breton will gesture to Ruby as well as she's claimed that we both speak that language. I imagine we may not be what you were expecting here, but we entered into this place not really expecting much of anything, I must say, because we had no idea what to expect. Just not to rush you, but do you know the situation that you are currently in?
I'm rather confused at what you are asking. I am...
Joanna didn't know either.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
He stops. And you get the impression that he is calculating something.
We're not affiliated with the forces of Null. That matters to your calculations.
Actually, just out of curiosity, I don't know how time passes in other places, but are you familiar with the Green and Pleasant Day? Do you have a reckoning of how long it's been since that ended? To your perspective, has that ended?
The questions that you ask are very interesting. It is an unusual... Well, you are unusual customers for a metal merchant. One so deep on a different plane. But you ask of many... You mention a lot of theological instances and many Dostrinian tones. I for one am...
from Dostros.
That much is
or what
true.
It used to be called.
They've changed the name, have they?
Depends on who you're talking to, but yes.
I never will understand the mortal way of thinking, but I know not of this green and pleasant day. I know of Null.
Wow.
And
okay.
I am very intrigued. Did you come in out of the cold of the streets? Just looking for safe harbor? Or where? I'm not following why you have entered my establishment, if it is not
Fair
a trade.
question. When's the last time you left your establishment?
Just yesterday, I went to the market to... They look lost.
And
yeah.
Out of curiosity, I'm guessing you don't remember the last time you filled an order either.
Why I filled an order just this morning. It was
To whom?
It was
a far-off dream like a scattered memory.
It was a local.
Local.
Why would the Nullians imprison a 3D silversmith or a metalsmith, silversmith? Blech.
What were they doing on the front line with them?
Do you work with a blood silver or anything like that?
I work with all metals. Blood silver is a trifle.
That answers the question.
Well, it wouldn't be surprising if we are in the heart of a place that is specialized in all things smithery. I imagine they could do just about anything with metal. Considering the contraptions we've seen them use before, like, I have to assume...
Chains, maybe?
They might have been the one to make some of them. Were they going to release them to try and repair the damage we've been doing?
Or use him to refill an order.
I mean, surely not just for the artillery, though, of course. Sorry, Valymr. Very quickly switches to common. Sorry, I know.
I had assumed that you had switched to common already, because I don't know if you're talking about this guy being trapped in front of him would be something that you guys would naturally do.
I think we're trying, Breton, at least Breton's trying to be slightly more tactful than just telling you, good news! You're in the middle of a war zone!
Can I test?
Yeah, so... They may have been planning to release them. Maybe they wanted to repair the platform and the chains they were using to pull the hand so they could get it to the siege camp. Was it valuable enough to do that?
But why imprison him? Couldn't they just buy his services? It's not like they're short for coin.
Do they seem like the sort of individuals that would trade in something when servitude would work better?
Enough.
Well, Verdis?
Earthquake.
I apologize.
Sorry, Verdis is the name of my establishment.
And you are personally...
I'm Dasmo.
Dasmo. Okay, Dasmo. A pleasure to meet your acquaintance. I am Breton Montelier. And our friend here, who unfortunately does not speak the language, is Valymr Kensek.
It is a pleasure to meet you.
Anrayne Sunderstar.
I am very fascinated that one such as yourselves are so well versed in my tongue. It is incredible, but it is also unique how you've got the accent so perfectly down.
What can I say? I had a fantastic voice coach. Which is funny for a reason that Beth is going to be steaming about in a second. So, Beth, do you want to tell a story right now, or do you want to just leave that there?
No.
Anyway,
go ahead.
Okay. No. If you want to move on, we'll move on. Yes. Well, I'll tell you what. Why don't we step outside for a brief moment? We've got something that we'd like you to see, maybe a project that you can look at and help us with. And stepping outside would give you a greater perspective on it.
Also, don't freak out when you do.
Very well. Let us go.
Step outside.
Are you going outside of the box?
Yeah.
I too, yeah.
Okay.
That's the attempt, yes.
Okay.
Do we need to hold hands when we leave? I'm trying to remember how this worked for Johanna. I think once we were inside and we started out... Right. Hold on. When we were inside and we opened the box to leave with Johanna, did the space inside collapse?
Yes.
The trap activated.
Okay. So you leave. And much as you were before, you are now on the the lighthouse island. Although you do notice that around the box, the area is scorched.
Assuming Dasmo is with us.
They are.
Okay.
Give me an insight check.
The first thing Breton will say is, I know this place is unusual. It is. But you're going to want your trust, natural one. Trust your first instinct and take a nice deep breath. Assuming that you are in need of breathing at all.
Oh God, I actually don't know if they can breathe, if they breathe or not. I think
they're living creatures, so presumably they have to breathe in some capacity. You know what's really convenient? That every plane of the multiverse that we've mapped so far, all of them have oxygen on them.
Yeah.
It's really convenient. There's not just layers of the abyss that are just like, yeah, those are just pure, they're just pure nitrogen. There's no oxygen there. Good luck adventuring on that plane.
Well, yeah, can you imagine if the elemental plane of fire was only nitrogen? Big bang.
Probably CO2.
Big bang.
Fire wouldn't work.
Yeah, you need oxygen for fire.
Nitrogen actually is very good at putting out fires, but anyway.
That's true.
Wouldn't be much of an elemental plane of fire then. So the point still stands.
Is it another fucking earthquake? Jesus Christ.
Tremors enough to talk. So, good Dasmo, we regret to inform you that, as you can see here, you are not on the elemental plane of fire. You are currently of the great misfortune of being within the infinite abyss.
And you have probably been here for quite some time. Locked in. She'll just point to the box behind him.
Imprisoned, bewildered, bewitched, or otherwise confuddled by individuals who are using you to nefarious ends. The good news is, you're free, because we have no interest of sealing you back away against your will inside the box. The bad news is, we are currently in the middle of a war against, and he'll just kind of gesture beyond the box towards the keep, those individuals, as they are trying to end, God, we really are just letting you don't think, existence.
Now, I can take you back to the elemental plane right now if you want to go.
I'd like to know why he's... I don't know, there's not a word of that, so... Never mind.
You're not our prisoner. We're not here to hold you against your will.
It takes a moment.
But if you would like to help us in any way, we would also appreciate that in any capacity.
Here, like, there's clear contemplation on this individual.
We understand this is a lot to take in, and I imagine your brain has to take a few moments to right itself. Why don't you collect your thoughts, and Breton will immediately start filling Valymr on everything.
Fair enough.
Just to make sure he is aware of the situation of the conversation. I don't know comprehend languages, right? No, I don't know comprehend languages.
He turned, he's holding for ages, and he's kind of like a shocked face. And then he turns to you three. He goes, "You have freed me after 47,000 years. How?
47.
And for
Are we
freeing
talking...
me.
Sorry, please, I'll stop interrupting.
And for freeing me, 47,000 Dostrian years. And for freeing me, I will do you the honor of granting you one wish." Be careful. However, I will say, be careful what you wish for.
Yeah, I love that there was... I am not the type of player. I do love that Beth's first thought was each.
And that was each or together? Just to clarify.
Those together.
Together. So it's one wish to share amongst us. Breton will just say, in common, as it looks at the other two, like he's just underselling the fact that this guy just offered him wish. And was like 47,000 years,
which means they were probably taken when the elementals first lost control of Dostros.
Yeah, imprisoned when they felt was Null responsible with the coming of Null one of the people who were responsible for the ending of the Age of Elementals, or did he predate that and that just happened to be when they were? You know what? That's a really big question. That
myths. I think it was dragons and then the gods. It's been a minute since I've read that history book. I know the elementals were like among the first.
They were the first.
So Chloris and her ilk and all those.
47,000 years trapped. He freed you from the box. That's not how that legend goes. You get one wish.
The demons
as I
are
understand
the
it,
ones that came after the elementals.
So probably taken when they took over. So as I understand the actual wish spell, we do have conditions that we can use to our benefit that don't come with the monkey's paw attach. But if we try to do anything else, it can always cause problems.
Be careful what you wish for, as the man said.
Gold, currency, artifacts. Like one of my favorite ones is that you can just be immune to a single spell or magical effect for like half a day. There's a lot you can do with it.
Wishing is sort of outside of my prerogative for magic. Not the sort of danger that I would wish for. And in common, Breton just kind of slides in there. And also, I'm pretty sure accepting a wish from a creature from another plane might actually violate my oath.
Right. Valymr, you still have that ring of spell storing?
Yeah. The gauntlet, yes.
She'll look towards the Damos? Sorry.
Dasmo.
Can you store the magic of your wish into a ring for me? Or our gauntlet, to release it later?
It only has 5 spell levels worth of...
Yeah, it doesn't go up to 9.
Yeah.
Damn. Can wish it to be 9?
I wish for a ring of wish.
You know what?
Those are some terrible ideas, but you know what? This is not my wish. I am not. Breton has wiped his hands from it. He is merely an observer at this point.
Yes, the GM gives his level 18 players one cast of the spell wish to see what they do.
Brett, how many of our souls...
Wait, I got it. We give, right? Null is only like a skeletal hand nowadays, right? Can we give him fucking...
arthritis? Like, what are you
Can we give him arthritis? So what's the one that fucks with the tendons? Gamers.
Rheumatoid arthritis.
Tunnel syndrome.
Can't give him carpal tunnel. Can we give him carpal tunnel?
Breton, how many of our soldiers have perished since we've arrived in the abyss?
That I have names for since the siege started, because I don't have numbers updated. Especially not since we took an 8-hour rest.
I was going to say since the siege started, but... I was going to see if we
haven't exactly had time to count.
He could bring them back.
There's the spell description for wish, just in case you're wondering.
It's like 5 minutes long, Midge. Please don't.
It can do a lot, but the core aspect of wish also states that it can replicate the spell of any 8th level spell or lower without consequence. That's easy for it.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on. No, that wouldn't work. Damn. We don't have the resources to break the game like that. Okay, that's good.
Hold on. I gotta check something. This maybe piss you all off, but it's something I've wanted since the fucking beginning of the game.
Are you going to wish for Staff of Power?
Staff of Magi.
I gotta be careful wishing for magic items.
You can wish for an item to 25,000 gold's value.
Staff of Magic
That is not a magical item.
It also says that is not a magic item, yes. That's one of the standard wishes, I believe. And if you wish for something like that, you're getting into monkey spot territory. As it teleports a vast and powerful lich that is probably one of the commanders of the Nullian forces just right here.
We can smoke him. Listen,
Breton is like, Breton pauses when he says that. It's like, is now a bad time? We're fully rested. Like, if one of the commanders of the Nullian forces was to drop right here with the Staff of the Magi, like, is this the worst time for us?
Could smoke his ass before he rolls initiative.
What we could do is something to Zethacres.
I doubt it would work on him.
Yeah, Breton being far too vocal for his misunderstanding of wish, but I want to contribute to this, damn it.
I would say you can over the table discuss. This is a big thing. Like, don't.
Yes, you gotta be careful. Yeah, wishing for other creatures, you gotta be really careful. Typically, when they are more powerful creatures too, because the more powerful they are, the more wiggle room the spell tries to get things right.
You granted the 10 creatures you can see resistance to a damage type you choose. Does it have a duration? No, it doesn't.
You know what? Zethacres was doing psychic damage.
Just straight up resistance to psychic forever.
Honestly, necrotic wouldn't be a bad call here either.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it's creatures you can see, because otherwise it'd be like, we'll just make Zep also just suddenly, he's just tinkering with somebody and say, oh! I feel like I could take on a Mind Flayer now, just on my own.
We want to call... I was going to say, from my first side, I was like, do we want to call Zara back? But then we would have to move the entire... Like, if we were to go with that wish, who would we grant that boon to? Obviously, I mean, the three of us would take priority, because, well, I know we're a bit selfish yet, but we are the one doing a lot of the rescuing, but... Does Zara need resistance to necrotic damage?
It is permanent, just so you know.
It's like permanent resistance to psychic. That's not a bad idea.
I'm more in favor of psychic than necrotic because of Zethacres.
Yeah.
So we pick psychic because it will help us against one crazy creature on the line, whereas right now, every single creature we have encountered, every single one, from the Doomhounds to the Dragon to presumably the Death Tyrants inside the Keep, is going to do the same. Every single one of them will be using necrotic against us. And I assume when we get to the Isle, there will still be Nullians there, still using necrotic against us. Zethacres is a powerful creature, but I'm looking at the law of averages on this one. Plus,
I'm good with either. I have a shield.
We have like 20 potions of psychic resistance.
We did go to the Underdog for that.
No, okay, yeah, no, the potions swayed it for me. Zara's already resistant to necrotic?
We're not sure. I don't know how much we've even seen her take damage from necrotic.
Also, if we choose, cause it could be like, you are resistant to psychic, you are resistant to fire, you are resistant to necrotic. Like, we choose, or is it just blanket, everybody is now resistant to this?
You grant up to 10 creatures that you can see resistance to a damage type you choose.
The way I would infer that is, you choose a damage type in 10 creatures, and that's how it works. It's not, you pick, you get fire, you get lightning, no.
I just take 5 of them for myself.
Would you be willing to quickly accompany us back to our camp on the hill just over yonder?
Let me make a roll.
We believe we have a solid wish for you, but to wish it with just us present would be, I don't want to call it wasteful, but how often are you given such a splendorous gift?
Give me a persuasion check.
Sure. That's a 19.
He looks. As you have worked out what wish you are thinking of going for. Of course.
Yes, of course. We don't want to keep you any longer than you've already been kept at this point.
What is 1 hour on top of many lifetimes?
I don't even have the mental capacity to fraction that into a percentage. Let's make it quick, and we should probably maybe sweep around as well. We probably don't want him to be spotted. Well, Ruby, do you just want to teleport us just to save us the trip? I know it would be using up either your staff or the spell slot, but would that not be just the safest option?
Yeah. She'll bring out her staff of traveler staff. Everybody hold on.
Remember what we were going to test. Aim us at the portal itself to see if it does count as fact as a teleportation circle while it's turned off.
Sure. We'll get port keyed.
Okay. You appear at the face of the portal. Not locked. You appear just like in the gap of it, in your camp.
Excellent. Dasmo, welcome to the Nodathelian camp against the end of the world.
What is a Nodathel?
Imagine when you do find some free time, if you are so inclined, read into some history. There's a lot of it.
Fair enough. That is interesting. Tell me.
Yeah.
Have they managed to finally forge metals between adamantine and mithril? I know there was experiments for that a long time ago. Is that commonplace now?
Yes, they have common no.
Interesting.
Hold on, my brain is racking as I'm like, hold on, that's
the God Silver thing.
He's referencing Cosmere.
Yeah.
Okay, that was adamantium in that because Cosmium was mithril and blood silver mixed with Elysium gold and adamantine. That's why I was like, mithril and adamantine, that's a different thing.
Well, the mithril and adamantine together didn't work, so they had to add the blood silver and the Elysium gold to act as
They had to bind together the two different elements of a divinity.
Yeah.
Yeah, sort of. The mithril didn't work, but anyway, he's the blacksmith.
Yeah.
You are a smith.
I am of moderate capability. My father taught me.
Oh, you should
taught
have
me
said.
what really knew before.
I could do you a great discount on some metals.
If we manage to stay in contact once you are free and clear to go about your way, maybe we'll look into that.
Well, yes, I will need to understand the 47,000 years of inflation, but I'm sure it is. I'm sure the metal market has balanced out. It tends to be one of the more stable ones.
Gold's always valuable.
I never
imagine
had any
currency may have changed. By the way, as we're going through, imagine we're getting looks. He's just looking at any runners or anybody's like, collect the commanders in the command tent. Commanders in the command tent, please.
Okay, you can do so. The only time I have ever had feedback towards my trade is in one certain assignment of copper that I once sold.
Fucking Enazir.
I'm so glad someone got the reference.
I mean, it's hard not to. That one's.
Oh, that went over Lake's head? Okay. It's
I have no idea what you're talking about.
So, one of the oldest pieces of written language we know about is from
I think
the
it's
city.
the oldest.
It's the oldest piece of language we know, like written language you know about. It's from the city of and it is it's a metal merchant by the name of Enazir being complained about his copper shipment. And apparently that Inazir was also
Poor quality copper
and was mean to one of the man's servants. That's the oldest bit of language we have written.
It's nice to know that over all these years and all the changing, humanity really hasn't changed all that much.
7,500 years, we could still get Karen'd over shit.
Yeah, it's like, it's a written complaint. So, this man was so annoyed, he put it into a stone tablet.
Clay tablet.
Tablet. That's his. Yeah.
Also, just the other thing that makes me smile about it is that Romans loved the graffiti. They love to talk shit on walls. They graffitied everything. It was a pastime. Anyways,
Vikings as well.
Another example of how humans really haven't changed all that much is that there are quotes by Archimedes complaining about the younger generation.
Yep. Yeah, that is 100% on brand. Sending runners for the commanders to ensure they gather the command tent. We don't have that many commanders, though. I'm going to say we have what? We've got 6 armies here?
You have... It's true. So, let me go into your notes.
I mean, I can literally... if I scroll back up enough, I could probably find all of them.
Because also you've added to it as well.
But it's also, I think the entire group... We've posted it, but I think Valymr posted that in the general chat.
Yes. And I am scrolling.
So, because I was looking at, Brighton actually started looking back at his notes. It's like, right, the Squires of Tranquility. I need to check in on those guys now that I'm back to make sure nothing's happened to them. We also have Rosalinda.
You do?
But obviously we have Elwyn, who is like the kind of not a leader of any of the countries, but he is one of the paladins dedicated to this purpose under the king himself.
Mm-hmm.
And
the cleric lady.
Yep. That's Rosalinda.
That's Rosalinda.
That's Rosalinda. Okay. This lady of the faded feathers. But then we have the leaders of each of the respective.
Yes. So the 10 that you used
nations
in the past,
that are here.
The 10 that you used in the past in terms of the ritual was Breton, Ruby, Valymr, Hamo, Ferdinand, Vassal, Theo, Basan, Elwyn, and Rosalinda.
Yes.
But obviously we've got Zara now. And that's also...
We do have Zara now.
If you want to change anything up.
Well, I think as we're doing this, once we get to the command tent, because he's sending like runners and he's asking for Hamo and Ferdinand. Taffy's not here. Taffy stayed behind at the camp before, if memory serves. That was one of the 3 that did not come with the Squires of Tranquility. That's why Hamo and Ferdinand are the ones who are getting the buff.
Who do I keep nicking the unicorn Pegasus off?
Lady...
You don't remember her name? You've been trying to woo her
I can't even remember what I ate for dinner.
You've been trying to woo her for like the past 6 months.
No, that's the queen.
Oh, that's the queen. Okay, is it a different lady? I apologize. Lady Theodora.
Yeah.
Okay, I thought it was the same one.
She's my competition.
Shows you how much I'm paying attention to what you're doing in your life. I'm sorry. No, that's not fair. That's not fair. So yeah, we have Are there people naturally resistant to necrotic?
Is there a type of person? Asamara. You mean Anraynes? Some are.
Yeah, they're naturally. Yeah, like the stronger their blood, they're naturally resistant because of their affliction. Well, it's not vampirism, but it's close to vampirism.
Yep.
They're Dhampir. And I think they're naturally resilient to necrotic.
Queen Isabellon that I'm after.
Yes. You have the lofty height. You're not looking for some admittedly wonderful woman who is there, but you're looking for you're shooting for the moon. Period.
Aim for the stars. I'll hit the moon. It's all good.
That's how that works in a degree, I guess. Especially if you use buckshot.
Holy cow! It's snowing out there. Jesus Christ.
You got any more apocalyptic things happening to you, Beth? A volcano at this point.
No, so we have a 3-pointer. It's baby earthquake. We get them pretty frequently, just enough to make me wake up. I look outside and it's just snow.
Welcome to northern altitudes.
It's currently -7 here.
So as we speak amongst them, I think at this point Breton will just tell them, well, we're not going to officiate it yet, and we're not making it now. I believe our intention is to wish for protection. Obviously, we are in a very dark, awful, evil place, and the enemy we are facing is trying to unmake us at every turn. Lots of necrosis, lots of dark energies that are seeking to sap our life forces, and I believe we want to gather up the majority of us that we believe it will be the most useful and try and protect ourselves from those energies as much as possible.
He nods. A noble wish. I'm very both glad but also hurt that you didn't have any sort of metal in your wish. It is what I am best at.
You know, that is fair. If we had a way to work it in, that may have been there. Actually, could I get you... Oh, I don't suppose, would you be willing to look at something? Breton's going to pull out one of the pieces of blood silver that he got from the individual that he looted the keys from. Did you make this, or is this a more recent crafting?
Would you mind?
Sure.
He picks it. Bites the corner. Yes, this is one of mine. Well, it's bastardized from the metal of mine, but... I don't deal in coinage. That would be an affront to any metallurgical business. We do not do. We do not.
You do not mint. You made the metal, not the minting.
Exactly that. But yes, no. The silver specifically is one of my blends. You can taste it in the ash. I'm not quite sure whether this is blood that was clearly supplied to me at some point, but I do not know the batch number.
It's like anytime they would have, maybe they brought you out to do work for them, and anytime they would put you back inside of the box, you would forget. All the more reason to get you far away from it.
Now that he's outside, does he have more memories?
If you recall with Joanna, yes, that is the case. No, I was kept in the box for the last 47,000 years.
Had you working on the projects inside, and they would come and get to them, I guess. Do you remember what they had you out on the lines for, the last conversation you had with any of them?
Ask him about the chains.
The last thing I helped craft was large metal chains.
When we broke those chains, sorry, it was not easy by any means, they began to consume themselves.
Yes.
Why is that?
They were cooled in water from the river Styx. It's part of the method of also making blood silver. There is, you have to heat treat the metal in liquid death.
Okay then.
I would assume the plenia bindings that keep the metals fused turned to death once you destroyed the chain. That would make sense.
That's why they didn't try and repair it. They certainly don't have the knowledge to remake something that you've made. Did you also happen to make a very large construction? And Breton will start making out, like, gesturing the size of the pillar that was carrying the hand.
I purely work in metals. I do not recall anything of such creation.
I suppose that would be difficult in the limited space you had inside. I mean, to be fair, I do believe the construction is larger than the space you had to live in. Even with your skill, I do imagine space do still have its limits.
I would also hazard that whilst you could feed chains out of the box, you probably couldn't feed that larger structure between the demi-plane.
So that helps us narrow down also what you may have made for them. Anything else you've made for them, if you are so inclined to share, obviously since they seem like they were, I guess technically you were doing this against, well, were you against your will, or was this just other contracts? I suppose we haven't really delved into the concept
Give me
of
an
this.
insight check.
So obviously you were imprisoned, but to your perspective, these are just potential customers. How do you feel about this? That's an 8. I am not an insightful person.
Ruby understands the language. I'll let her also insight. Okay. He looks to you and says, I have made, in my time inside my prison, I made a lot of things for a lot of people. The Nullians may have fulfilled a large percentage of the requests, but they were relatively new, time-wise.
Are we at the commander stand at this point? Because we're making small talk to help buy the time as we go through. So who all has gathered here? Just out of curiosity.
So the people that you've requested, Zara is here, and there's a couple of like local lower level commanders as well, in terms of like various group captains, that kind of thing. Total of about 20 individuals.
Are the ones that we've specifically blessed before, are each of them here and present? Okay, they're all here. Are Hamo and Ferdinand present? Because this is very important to Brett and Mitch.
Yes, they are both there.
Okay, so none of them have lost their names yet. Okay, that's good to know.
You have not lost any tranquilities.
Everyone, it is my good pleasure to introduce you to Dasmo, another prisoner that the Nullians have been used to nefarious ends, who we have managed to free from their captivity. They do not plan on sticking around very long. They have seen fit to give us one boon, namely, they're offering us a wish, which we had come to what we believed a reasonable concept of what we should do with that. We want to gather the people here together to pick out those who we feel would be the most benefited by that. Yeah, sorry. We're trying not to take too much of their time. Been in prison for a very long time. Seems fair to just let them go free and clear as they are. I think that about sums it up, Ruby? Ramya?
So he can grant 10 of us resistance to necrotic energies forever. So that seems pretty useful right now.
And we'll be continuing so long as all of us continue to fight against Null. So amongst those of us here, and if you all, and we're not going to make this decision purely for you, if there are any here who, if you want to take a quick consensus, who we feel here would be the most benefited from that, other than the three of us who, admittedly, we are going to be on the front lines every moment of every day as this continues. Take a few moments for yourselves, and I think we should honestly, we can let the commanders decide, because they know who's going to be fighting the command. Because we haven't taken the actual leaders of the kingdoms into direct combat. We've taken
a lot of them
leaders and the commanders and such. So I think we let them pick who they think is going to keep getting into the front line. I think that's fair.
Zara.
Also, can he level us up?
That's going into like wish territory, isn't it?
I think Ruby just asks, can you make us just more powerful in general? And I think Breton kind of looks over, and there's a moment of like, I would worry about him just sending us forward into a point in the future where we would be more powerful, and that might be a weird one.
This is why I don't take wish, because wish is bullshit.
Wish is a monkey's paw. It's
it's up to the creative interpretation of the DM, and you are a monkey's paw.
Well, it's a monkey's paw if the DM says it's a monkey's paw, and the DM just said it's a monkey's paw, so I feel like it's a monkey's paw.
I am a monkey.
No, I'm glad I didn't take wish.
I am a monkey. Perceive my paws. Look, or is it not my monkey? It's not my circus. Anyway, Zara pats you on the back, Breton, and just goes, Save the boon for the mortals. If I die, I just get banished anyway.
Most assuredly your choice. Tell you 5 minutes, you all discuss amongst yourselves. Dosmo, I actually do have something I'd like to show you. Just out of curiosity. I've got a couple of blades here, and Breton's going to start showing him a couple of blades. The first one he's going to show him, though, is not the Blade of Equilibrium. He's going to show him the blade that his father made. Ensign.
The one about the one that mentions giants.
The one that it mentions. I think this is under Zedaar's handouts. There's not a lot in Zedaar's handouts, but it's there. Oh, there's the Lord of Lee's Wounded. There's the entire list of them. I do have the list of them now. Thank you. You know that I remember that that's in there. I also see all of them. So in Zedaar's chats, where is Ensign? Where's Ensign? Where's Ensign? There it is. +1 longsword. The inscription primordial says, "Where giants leap, heroes keep," and it gives you a +1 to hit and damage rolls against incorporeal undead and fey creatures. And it also allows you to crit on a 19 or 20. So I think he's just going to show Dasmo this and say, this adamantine blade was actually made by my father in the style of the giants of Mount on, well, the land where we come from, Pales.
He takes the sword. This is good. This is a good weapon. This is a lovely touch. Your father is a good craftsman. You did well to learn from him.
I feel the same. It's a keepsake. I can't bring myself to part with it.
Fair. I would be. That is heirloom worthy. And he Interesting.
Interesting.
The rock from the ore for the adamantium comes from the green moon.
Green moon?
There's 3 moons in the sky of Elendor.
Oh, okay. Sorry. That's Lake not knowing like green moon. It's like
you have there's a white one, a red one, and a green one.
I remember that the world rotates the other way. I don't remember if there's 3 moons.
Hold on.
A factor that has pissed off people more than once, where it's like, guys, no, the sun rises in the west and sets in the east here. It's backwards. It's confusing. Of course, the sun doesn't set anywhere now.
What sun?
Exactly.
What is the green moon called again? Oh, Meteorus.
I wasn't aware where the metal came from. Interesting. I suppose it fell during a meteor shower. I'm not sure how it got here, but yeah, he must have procured it and smith the blade himself. It was interesting because when he gave it to me, he almost seemed apologetic, like the weapon he had made wasn't good enough, and I couldn't fathom why, considering it seems to be a very extremely well made weapon.
No, you tell your father that he has done an excellent piece of work here. Also, Meteorus would be very pleased that his rock went to such good use.
Meteorus is a persona?
They are, what would be the correct term for you? Depends. Who is Luster to you?
One of the deities.
Then there would be a demi-deity?
Mm-hmm.
I suppose?
Demi-deity.
They are a spawn of Luster.
I understand that. Haven't come across that in our research, but some things slip through the crack, that's fair. Yeah, Luster is one of the oldest deities in our pantheon, as a matter of fact. They go quite a ways back.
Yeah, whoever you choose to worship is beyond me.
Not your particular cup of tea?
It is a thing for mortals to believe in such. I have my sultan, and that is all.
Well, Breton will take another long look at the blade, and he'll very carefully sheath it back away. That was a blade made by a mortal, and now Breton will very carefully begin to unsheath the blade of equilibrium and say, "This was a blade made by the gods."
He looks at it. You're right, they did do it.
It's called cosmium. It is a...
Oh, this is quite a surprise. Do you mind?
The mithril and the adamantine did not take by themselves. They had to combine the mithril with blood silver and the adamantine with Elysian gold.
Interesting. That is not how I would do it. That sounds like too many impurities within the metal, but...
And yet you see the results for yourself.
Yes, I do. He just begins like heavy breathing towards the metal. Indar, you wonderful being, you. Oh! How did you...
Do we need to get you a room? Like, my man...
Like, I'd give you 5 minutes alone, but I am oath bound to this weapon. I can't be more than a foot away from it at any time.
Now, this is wonderful.
I need an adult.
Although...
He's 47,000 years old, so he may qualify.
I'm noticing quite a lot of... goop on some parts of the blade and the inner linings. You should use
Braxo.
I've been sure to make sure it stays clean. I'm not negligible towards my armor. Have I not been?
No. This is it's a little different. It's so if you're not, he looks like he's going to like the bit that the fuller meets towards the crossguard. He goes, if you see here where you have been slaying foul things such as demons and undead, a lot of the life force gunk is just getting in there a little bit. I would recommend a blessed oil if you can. Maybe go to a local priest. Get something sorted. Just maybe take a what is it? Like a light mineral oil or just sort of a light oil. Get that blessed. Get it in there. A small bit of silk. Rub it on in.
That would be difficult at the time, considering most people's connection to the gods have been severed. But I'll see what I can do. And Breton, I think Breton just takes the hill, and for a brief moment just starts to channel his own divine purity into the blade.
Sure, yeah, you can absolutely do. Okay, so...
I was hoping that distraction would be enough for him to be like, oh, this is cool, and not paying attention to the others, discussing who should be getting this blessing from him.
Absolutely will. So, as a GM, I will ask you, do you want me to focus on commanders, etc., who we need, who theoretically need to stay alive more, or people from your strike team, for example?
So, I think, though, I pose this way, and obviously Valymr and Ruby, please chime in as you will. The way Breton posed it was, you are the leaders of this group. You know who's going to be fighting, who's going to be in the danger. We think you all should discuss amongst yourselves who should get it, and we're sort of leaving this to the characters to make an in-character decision. Breton has taken his hand off the chess piece for that.
Sure. She didn't want it, but everyone has voted Rosalinda to have it.
Okay.
Naturally, I feel like very few of them are going to be like, yes, I want to be selfish. I'm here for entirely unselfish means.
No, remember, Ruby, if you guys want to weigh in, please do. Breton is entrusting the leadership to know what they're doing. This is, again, I'm just taking my hand off the chess piece on that one.
I personally wish we had other players here for it. Because I know that Midge intends to bring Mordred back for it and Ghibli for the finale too. I feel really bad that they can't get in on this. But since we can't really do anything about that, I still like the idea of us 3 getting necrotic resistance and then giving it to the leadership who don't already have it. Because they're going to be involved with the fight one way or another.
Okay.
That's
do we need to go to? We are at a halfway point, Midge. Do we want to go to halfway point so you have some moments to actually think about how this will play out?
Yeah, absolutely. Let's do that. So we'll go ahead and take our midpoint break here, and we'll be back in 10 minutes' time. Hey, come here a minute. Do you need royalty-free music for your TTRPG content, whether that be a YouTube video, stream, TikTok, Instagram post? Don't worry, we've got you covered. My name's Alex, I've been a content creator for almost a decade now, and I've teamed up with my good friend Harry to produce 10 royalty-free songs for you to use in your content completely for free. We've tried to make a whole range of motifs with this album, covering happy music to sad music, to mystery music to combat music. And if this takes off, you know what? We might even make some more. So give the Elendor Chronicles soundtrack Volume 1 a shot. It's free to stream everywhere. And if you want the high quality downloads, you can come over to our Patreon and download them, or you can contact me directly at tabletop@themidgemansworld.co.uk as a creator, and I'll just give it to you for free. That's it, there's no catch. And just to prove it, we've also given you guys a user license agreement to prove that you have the complete perpetual rights to use this content. So enjoy, and good luck on your next adventure. Oh, good day. I'm Martin Sanderson, and I'm the CEO of Avari Military Solutions. We here at Avari know that it doesn't take much to cause problems out on the frontier, whether that be from local pirate raids, neighboring interstellar powers, or even just an unhappy populace with unreasonable demands. Just what is a small to mid-sized regional power to do when faced with these problems? You look to Avari for your solutions. With open-ended contracts, well-trained personnel, state-of-the-art aerospace forces, and competitive rates, we stand ready to help find the right solution to your problem. So if you have a problem, why not call Avari for your solution? Our operators are waiting to take your call, and consultations are free of charge.
Avari Military Solutions, a solution for your problem.
Avari Military Solutions is not licensed to operate within the Kark and Dre Baronies, the Andes Corps, or any Class A combat zones. AMS is a subsidiary of Omni Radiance Holdings, a family company.
When is a story more than a story? When a tale is more than words on paper? When is an ad more than the script it's written on? In the darkest and deepest annals of our own history, worlds of wonder and splendor burst through like a blister made of hope. From the brain that's rattled and riddled with madness, a radiant pustule. Writing, art, that's storytelling. That is the true lust of life. You too can dutifully indulge in art. Like fans of the greats. Shakespeare, King, Tolkien, Seuss, Mercer. You too can indulge through Twitch Prime. Get an extended access to a wealth of knowledge with a simple click, an emotion so small that it could endlessly amount possibilities. Embrace those feelings. Support art. Support the component cast. Welcome back. So, we pick back up as we decide who is going to get the boons. So, like we said, everyone voted Rosalinda. The commanders have also seen it fit. As you say, this is going to be a lifelong boon, including further into the... Like, it's not going to be just tied to the next battle or whatever. It's the rest of their existence. The command has also decided to honor both Sir Asher and Sir Nicole, the two knights that fell in the sky battle that you took, the ones that you rescued from the Blood Lake, one from the beach.
Yeah, I remember Asher and Nicole. One of them was the one that Breton foolhardily used haste to rush over and grab.
Yep.
At the insistence of doing so all alone, and the other was the one that they dragged up from the shore.
Yes, both of them. So they've decided to honor them. They have also... So that's 3, you're 3. And then out of the commanders who are going to take the rest,
That's 5 total so far. No, that's 6 total so far. 4 left.
Give me 2 minutes. My Discord just refreshed and moved me.
Oh no!
We hate it when that happens. They are gonna give. Just pass the bottle sizes if I remember correctly. They're going to give it to Basan, Hamo, and then they're also going to give it to the... do you remember the guard commander guy? And I need to...
I don't remember his name, but I think I know who you're talking about. That was the jovial guy that was giving the commander strike orders.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
There's also, I have one here, Sir Humphrey Dudant.
He was when you were fighting the spider thing.
Yeah.
Okay, we are going back a little ways. I'm trying to find the original lighthouse attack.
Yeah, I don't have notes on the original lighthouse attack. I
do somewhere. It's just bungled. Give me 2 seconds.
Oh wow, I haven't made any notes since before we dealt with Zara. That's bad on my part. I need to fix that. It's just there's been a lot of combat, so there hasn't been a lot of reason to to make notes. We've been resolving things so quickly. It's good and a bad thing.
Okay, that's the Sky Battle. There's the lighthouse.
Sir Staffon came with us to the lighthouse from Jervalu. Sir Isambard Le Grandioise from
That's the one I was
Gazouille.
looking for. Isambard the Grandiose. Yes, that's the last name I was trying to find. He was the one that did 5 attacks. So I feel like me on a GM level was like having him be also resistant to necrotic might be a good one.
That leaves us with one more person.
Ooh, dealer's choice then. I think they would try to. I think the majority of people would want Elwyn to also take the boon as the official leader of the army.
Okay. That is Asher, Nicole, Breton, Valymr, Ruby, Rosalinda, Basan, Hamo, Sir Isambard, and Elwyn. They probably didn't need to put Sir Isambard. I think several of us in this group are Sirs. I don't know why he specifically got the title and everybody else is just them. But yeah, those individuals. Well, I think once we come back after our discussion and it seems that there's this consensus, it's like, all right. If that's the consensus, then I believe, Dasmo, we have reached our verdict. No second thoughts on this, right? He's going to look towards Ruby and Valymr just to make sure we're not going to change our minds immediately.
No complaints from me.
Then Dasmo, our new friend, we would appreciate if you would take that wish. Do I have to say I wish? Do I be doing this? Ruby, do you want to do the honors?
I can do it, yes.
I can't speak his language, so I mean, ain't me.
I wish for myself, and she'll point at the other 9 specified individuals, including Valymr and Breton, to be endowed with resistance to necrotic energies.
Consider it your wish granted. And as he claps, like a smoke like fills the room that smells thick of brass. And in that smoke, he disappears.
Tell him my father left in case he ever visited the material. You know what? Maybe don't visit the material. We'll run into him again, I'm sure.
Thank you.
All right.
So, those 10 people now have resistance to necrotic. There is a way to set that up for sheets. I don't remember how.
I can work it out for us later, unless we need it before then, in which case I will tell you then.
Yeah.
Do you need transportation?
Oh, he's gone.
He's gone. He disappeared after he got the wish.
He went in the smoke. Smoke of the witch. Valymr, you would have seen, because you have your awesome sight. After the wish spell commenced, like in the smoke, you saw him casting another wish. Not another wish, another spell.
Okay.
Wishes,
blind sight.
Fuck? Yeah, but then you didn't see it, you felt it?
With his true sight. I don't know.
Anyway. Yes. I need to set this
he
up.
He plane shifted. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, it's like I got an idea of what happened. It's fine. Listen, I'm not gonna ruin the guy's mystique. That's no bueno.
Yeah. I'm not. Yeah, you keep your secrets. Weird man who I can't understand a word you're saying.
He's a showman. Just leave him be. All right, so Citra, we've been gone for 8 hours. How's the siege going? How is everything going with camp?
Okay. You get the general sit rep that there were a few more losses in the bombardment. Most notably, However, the trebuchet was damaged. It's not destroyed fully, but it does need time to repair. The damage would have been a lot worse had you not dealt with the various artillery pieces. And it was also, whilst the men managed to take cover quite a lot from the actual rocks themselves, the necrotic forces that were emanating out of them were more the issue. But luckily, there were none of the command tent, the hospital, the mess hall, and none of that was hit in the bombardment as well. So, I believe you're now up to 37 total losses, which realistically, whilst not a comforting number for Breton, realistically is a very good number.
I've got a list of the wounded. I realized my list is of the wounded. The only list of the dead I have were Julian and Quentin. That has not been updated since. Which there have definitely been more dead than those two, because those two died in the avalanche.
Yes.
Those are the only names Breton has had the time to forge onto his the plates that he's adding to his army. I still have a full accounting there, but otherwise the siege is stalled. They've not managed to break their way up the path. What line are they at? We haven't had a chance to look.
They haven't assaulted since.
What are they waiting for, I wonder?
I think they were going to try and shell us out at the position with the... Got that meme, Beth. It's very funny. The artillery, I think they wanted to do more damage. If not, we noticed the first wave of ammunition, the stuff that they were firing at us, hit close to the defenses, trying to disrupt the front, where our archers and crossbowmen were firing from. The next, they attempted to fire even further. I think they were trying to destroy the portal.
We managed to teleport in from it, so it doesn't seem like it's been too damaged or disturbed.
No, we think they fell short. A lot of the rounds fell into an open territory between the camp and the portal. Proper.
I suppose at this moment, the plan is quite simple. And Brent kind of looks towards the Valymr and Ruby. We're fresh to the fight, so what do? Do we want to go down there, take some forces, and break the siege improper, rout them, and then start making final plans on how we want to push into the keep, or what? It seems like they committed a decent chunk of their forces at the list of this siege, so...
Yes.
How much more could they have left?
That's the question. Undead is unknowable. The more concerning is we don't know what's going on in the fog. They've got to be preparing something. They wouldn't be standing an army out in front of us if they weren't preparing for something. But you could be right. If their forces are drawn here, it could be the prime opportunity to attack the castle itself. Or engaged in pitched battle in the... towards the fog.
Fog hasn't moved, which means the thing that's creating the fog also hasn't moved.
Correct.
Presumably.
Might be because of us, because of what we've done with the chain.
It's not coming forward, but that also means they're not pulling it back. Is that by choice, or are they not capable of pulling it back? I mean, are they having to stay out there now because of the awkward position? Do they have to protect it? Can they afford to let it go unguarded unless we do something to it ourselves?
Have you informed them of what was in the fog?
I don't think we have, because I don't think we've had a chance to sit down and talk with them.
No, I don't think you have either.
The thing that is emitting this fog, it is a long metallic structure, atop of which in the center was a dais that had a bone-like cage and what appeared to be a very large severed hand that was just emanating this mist up into a bell that was kind of spreading it at length, which these two who know far more than about things such as this, I believe you all believe this is the Hand of Null.
Yeah, that seems to be what it is.
There is a sharp, intake of breath and silence kind of falling over the general's tent. Elwyn speaks up. Well, that makes some sense. We are in the heartlands of Nullian worship. Some remnant of him was bound to exist.
Since this is out on ramifications of that, but the plot seems simple. Break, and this is my first thought. Is it time for us to break through their line, start making our way forward, and as we clean up what's left, see if we can't do something about that hand properly? Whether or not we just toss the hand itself into the blood lake and hope that it disappears in its depths once we eventually deal with what we're going to do. Maybe that destabilizes it. But that does question, if the hand is what is generating the fog, then is there more of Null in the keep? That seems a safe bet.
I am rejuvenated. I have all my spells. I might be able to destroy the hand if I can hit it directly with my spells.
Do we know that the hand is in there? All we know is that the wasn't it just that the writing that we saw, the message to the whatever it was that we just killed, I can't remember the name of it, the custodian of the unraveling. That letter was written by the Hand of Null. Have we seen the hand itself?
The hand was in a cage that was channeling it up into a bell. That was what was causing the mist on top of
that was that. Oh, okay, right.
No, it was a literal giant severed hand.
Yeah, so
I thought it was it was made to look like a hand.
We've seen a literal hand. Sorry, Mitch, but we've seen a literal hand. But that may have been the position Hand of Null. That's two meanings of the word hand. But that also could be the actual hand. Hard to say now. Weird.
Is hand even a real word at this point? I took that to mean they've made everything here is, it's not just
that was a giant bone
function,
hand.
It's also form. It is okay.
No, that was
a giant bone hand in a giant bone cage.
Yeah.
Because we thought about can we destroy it? Is it an object? Can we just, or is it a creature? Can we?
Yeah.
We had the whole long discussion about it.
Yeah. It was a bone hand in a stone bone cage.
Yeah. I also remember thinking, can I just rip the cage off this thing? Would that work? Is it a part of the construction? There was lots of thoughts about that.
I hesitate to just assume that is the actual hand of actual Null. It seems like oh yes, we're Nullian worshippers, and all that's left of Null is a hand. So let's just make things that look like hands as a symbol kind of way. That's how I kind of figured it.
Didn't say that was all that was left of him. Because if the hand is what is spreading the fog, what's making the fog inside the keep?
Another hand.
Or more of his body.
His foot.
Or more tangible pieces of him inside of there. We're talking maybe a torso and half a forearm.
Yeah, I just thought Null, when he was obliterated, all that was left was the hand, and therefore all of Null's worshippers are.
No, as far as you know beforehand, nothing was left.
Beforehand?
Yeah, it was our belief that Null was obliterated. There was nothing left. That's why we were looking into the lore of Was Null just scattered? Unmade, I believe, is the term that we settled on, as that was what was kind of like accurate to the old testament of
In reality, he got blasted with an uber level spell and probably got his ass kicked. But there's probably chunks of him that rained down that the Nullians collected when he get
I'm
past the net.
thinking,
they've spread him across the multiverse or universe, and they've been literally piecing him together all these years.
it was a battle before he was like. It wasn't just we have arrived on the battlefield. Boom, you're unmade. Like there was a fight beforehand. So it could be the king that never was dehanded him, unhanded him.
Was a group of people, by the way. That wasn't just one guy anymore. So
yeah. I would like to talk to Ulfric about this, and see if he remembers the actual fight itself.
Got a tavern nearby?
It would have to be on the material.
You also do know that Null's holy symbol is a skeletal hand holding a gemstone eye.
Yeah. So all I'm thinking is it may be that is the case because Nullian worshippers see that the hand is the only part of, like, physical part of Null that is left, and they are making things in that image and using it as a symbol. Like, I don't think the literal hand that was making the fog is the literal hand of Null that literally was physically attached to Null, is what I was thinking, at least. Because why put it in a cage and make it it feels very disrespectful to the deity that you're after worshipping to do that. I don't know.
Regardless, it's the point of our current ire.
True.
And figuring out how to destroy it has been our current problem. We also have a siege camp that is between us and them, and we also have to deal with the fog upon approaching it. So, in this case, we've tried the subtle way. We've tried weakening the defenses, and I believe the question came: is this the moment where we just decide? We have marshaled our forces, we have put a hole in the front gate, and we have a means with which to attack, and they are somewhat vulnerable, so for any time to be the time, now may be the time.
I think it's time to commence our offensive, the final offensive, and knock them out.
Yeah, they are weakened, they have attacked us, they are not in the position that I would have imagined they would want to be in, and most of their war powers we know of have been dealt with.
There will be more losses for this one. They are dug in. They've got the Death Tyrant, amongst other probably Death Knights that are hiding inside there. We can overcome it.
At the very least, if we rout these forces and we deal with whatever this fog machine is, we can figure out where that leaves our position. We don't have to complete entirely. We don't have to commit to doing this all at once. We could also just commit to quashing their siege and counterattack and then taking the advantage from there. But I think the next operation is obvious. We do what we need to destroy that hand.
Yeah.
There is also merit to attacking the keep whilst so many forces are out. And if this it could be a case of also, we do not know if the hand externally is affected or just a conduit, if it is actually creating the fog or if it is just transferring power from elsewhere. It could be wise to make some ground into the citadel itself, find out what is going on there, and have an attack already in place, in progress, or ready to commence once more information or things are gleaned.
We'll have to deal with the fog one way or the other once we get into the keep proper, because that's bellowing out of the interior, and there's no way for us to get in and deal with that, I think, without at least some portion of the army pushing into the keep to help secure it. Let's put together a martial force. Hopefully anybody who is fresh, or as fresh as we can get them, to start counterattacking the army down below. We'll lead the vanguard, I imagine, through that. But our goal is not to engage in the brush of the fighting. Our goal is to break through and make it to the hand itself. We need to destroy that hand. If we get rid of the fog, then it ruins the element of power on this front line. I suppose we could always try and pull the same trick we had before. We'll just approach it from above and try and deal with that as the army's distracting them.
I'm for it.
I'm for it too.
Okay. Do we want to take an attack force this time, or do we just take Zara with us? Leave the rest of the forces to help this, because those champions should be fresh as daisies.
I remember we take all the people who have got necrotic resistance.
That's the leadership, or no? I'm sorry.
It's some of the leadership and some of the other individuals. Some of them are capable warriors. Some of them are veterans. Some of them are squires to the veterans.
Can we get the names of those people all together written out in the handouts?
Yeah, I'll get.
I had it written down. I will do it again. It was.
Why not just us?
I'm going to butcher some of these names. I apologize. And I've already forgotten. It was Isenbrand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
You do know, even with the small amount of time spent on the machine, you two took a lot of damage.
We did. The closer proximity to you, it was bad.
Yeah. And whilst you're now resistant to it, it's still, you're going to have very little time to play with. And taking people who are resistant but weak might not be your best shout.
What? Yeah, okay. What might be a good idea then is Zara bringing myself and Ruby outside of its I'm gonna fuck you up range, but inside of our I'm gonna fuck you up range, and then we just shoot it to death.
I said, I think we would probably be better for this one because I am actually fresh and ready to fight. I'm not out of magic today.
You want Zara to just assist in the troops?
I think she probably can.
Well, we're also assuming that the last time we did this, there were creatures around it. We got away from them. We are assuming this is going to be unprotected. It's not just going to be just us and the hand. That's why I'm thinking, do we want to bring along just a little bit of backup? And I call out Zara because in the event of things going poorly, Zara and us can get away very quickly.
The flying is going to help.
Zara and us, but nobody else.
Yeah. That's I'm on board for it just being the four of us. We know Zara can take care of herself.
Yeah. And if you want to land next to this thing and take the necrotic damage while you beat the hand to death, that's fine. But if Zara can keep, I suppose you can fly with your wings, but she can keep me away from it so I could just shoot it with Eldritch Blast, that might be a vibe.
Remember, you will be in the fog. So your vision range is going to be maximum 30 feet. Which will put you firmly in range.
Well, the good news is, as long as I know where you are, therefore effect is a thing.
Yeah.
I have blind sense of 100 feet, so I could stay 100 feet away.
We know the blind sense doesn't work in the fog.
Yeah.
Because we were told specifically that the fog was also used to blind the warriors of Caphriel.
You have a 30-foot fuck off fogness. I have 10-foot fuck off. That's the one.
Yeah.
Aura. And those get rid of the fog.
Yeah. So standing, not back to back, but line to line to give us the full length that we can get, you could theoretically fire at this bell from 80 feet away. But at the very minimum, Breton will be within 30 feet of it, because somebody has to be within 30 feet to make the line appear.
Yeah.
And you remember this thing is huge.
Maybe we all just get in, do as much damage to it as possible, and then we fly out when one of us gets close to not enjoying ourselves.
I think we need to commit to it, honestly. If we're going to do it this way, then this is the time that we need to do it and get it done. We can't just jump in, see how well we do against it, and then jump out, because that's just going to cause a lot of problems for us in the long run. It's going to stagger our offensive. We'll have to fall back. That gives them another opportunity to plan around us.
Ruby, how are you feeling about making it disappear? Black holing this thing.
Might work. I don't know its durability of. It's one of those things of the answer. It would probably work. There aren't a lot of things that can resist it, but I want to test its efficacy before I commit, because I don't want to waste the magic. Which is why I would say your Eldritch Blasts would be a good indicator of whether or not my Black Hole would work, because it's the same damage type.
You tried shooting it
We can
before.
do that.
Did Valymr or did I?
No, Valymr.
I don't remember shooting it.
Pretty sure you tried.
Neither
Did
do I.
Eldritch Blast do anything to it?
You don't think you think that there was a hardness rating, so to speak.
Yeah, you had to break the
Right.
damage threshold.
Yeah.
And I
That
think
was for the
especially,
chains. Yeah.
and Darkstar does a considerable amount of damage, but we also don't know if it's resistant to that type of damage. If it's a Hand of Null, my first bet would not be Force, it would be Radiant. Of which I have Radiant. I have both of those available. Best bet's probably Sunbeam for me.
Okay.
I would like to avoid using DS ERA unless I absolutely have to.
Mm-hmm. Honestly, I was going to think, imagine what DSR would do to the Army Lodge, but unfortunately they are spread out over 500 foot, so we'd have to hit that from a different angle, and maybe not the best use of that incredibly useful
Unless they're
spell.
marching in a row, it's not going to do us
They're
much
mostly
good.
in formation, this army. Like,
Yeah, they are in formation, but they're oblong to us, so we'd have to be attacking them from like above the Blood Lake to get them proper. And again, we could do that, and it's like, is that the best use of Deus Irae here?
Why not? No, the name of the game I'm going to be using for this fight is Conservation.
If we can't damage, this is what we're going to. If we cannot damage the hand or the cage sufficiently, because as we were told, even the cage itself is just a part of the bigger structure of the spire. It's a big old tanky thing. Breton's hope was, can we just remove the cage and toss this hand into the lake? Let it sink into the bottom of the blood pools. I'm not sure how well that would work, but I have to think it'd be hard to emanate mist from down in the blood. At least the range they're hoping for. But that's a desperate plan B at that point. But
All right.
so, I mean, at the
We'll
very
figure it out
least,
as we
seems like a
go.
good start. All right. Well,
So, are you going alone? Are you is there an attack going
Bring
on at
Zara.
the same time? No, it's
we're
like,
bringing Zara. We're gonna fly, and we have tasked the commanders: get your freshest soldiers. Marshal, this is an assault. This is not just we're sending 300 people in here for the Brigand. This is
so you want them
we're
to
going to make.
engage with the army below.
Yeah, when we're hitting the bell, they should be hitting the siege line, and our goal hopefully is if we do what we need to do, hopefully it breaks their line. Hopefully, not just morale, but like they make a good beachhead, we break through, and then it's just clean up it all, clean up all of it. Hopefully, we manage to do this before they have to fight in the fog too much too, because that would be ideal.
Okay. Let me give me.
They're going to know something's up the second that the army starts marching down the hill.
Yep, they are.
Do we want to go ahead of time? Because it's going to take the army maybe a minute to get down the hill, because it's not that far.
Full toll,
I mean,
running up,
it took
up and down the minute. Like if you're in full sprint, you can get up and down the hill in 2 minutes.
Because it took the army to cross the entire berth of the causeway in like 2 minutes.
Yes, remember they were being enhanced by a spell.
Yeah, they were on full day after tomorrow sprints.
You know that they were moving at like 120 feet around. Your forces won't be able to do that.
That's the last decision we need to make. Do we wait for them to hit before we start our attack? Do we hit before they start their attack? Or do we try and time it at the same time?
I think we should hit before.
Yeah, I think it should be the opposite.
It's like, are we trying to draw forces towards us while we deal with the hand? Or are we trying to draw forces away from us while we deal with the hand?
I think if we can arrange our forces to be outside the keep, they will start mustering away from it. We can get in when the battle engages, and while they're all distracted, deal as much damage as we possibly can in the shortened period of time to annihilate the hand before they can respond and get out.
So the hand's on the middle of the causeway right now.
Yes. From last you remember.
Are we still sure it's there?
I mean, the fog has.
That's what's causing the mist. That's what's causing the mist on the bridgeway. That's why we're trying to focus on taking it out first. That's why Breton keeps saying there's something else making the mist in the keep. There's more than one of these things. And the army that we have to break through is the one that is sieging like 150 feet away from the front of the cliffs to our camp. That's what they have to break through. That's what we're planning around. I mean, if they are distracted and some of them turn to come and deal with us in the fog, that makes the army's punch into them that much more effective. But it makes our job harder. So I guess the question is, do we want our job to be harder, or do we want to save as many of these guys as possible? Because you know where my vote is.
Objective of what we're doing is to destroy the hand. Like, at the end of the day, their attack is distraction for that objective.
It will make the push to the keep harder. But I guess Brett just go back and forth with him if that's where the vote's going. All right. I think the vote consensus outrules me there, Midge. I think they're going to to lay the attack first, and we're going to use it as a distraction to hit the bell.
Sure. No problem. Let me just get this battle map ready. Talk amongst yourselves.
I don't like it, but tactically that is the one that makes sense.
Need to transfer this to... I think. So yeah, talk amongst yourselves. I've got a battle map to make as you're attacking the bell today.
We also haven't attacked. Yeah, we also haven't attacked them in the midst of the fog yet, properly as a force. We don't know what the bell may start doing when we do that. So I'm fine not attacking them and then letting the army hit afterwards, but I'm thinking we should not delay our attack much. We should try and hit them as quickly as we can after their attack starts.
The thing is, like, will their attack have to? Will they have to go into the fog to do their attack?
The enemy army is currently pushed outside of the fog. Like, it's only enveloping portions of their line. It would not take them much to fall back into it, though.
Yeah, our army should be made very aware you do not enter the fog under any circumstances. Like, what we could do is just have them make a lot of noise, like, so the enemy is like, oh, they're coming to attack us. But they don't actually have to engage for the distraction to work as a distraction.
So you want them to feint?
Yeah. That seems like the objective is the hand. The goal is to make destroying the hand as easy as possible, ideally with as few casualties as possible, so a feint would work equally well to an actual attack in that objective.
Do we, instead of doing a proper attack, do we want to put a front line out and then move our archers behind them to harry them? So they have to make a decision to move out of the fog to engage them or pull back into the fog to avoid them. Either way, that's going to be a lot. That's a lot of focus on them while we're trying to do what we're doing.
We could also have the aerial component of our forces attacking behind them, like between the fog and the castle.
If they push out of the fog, then having the aerial unit to like harass them as well would probably go a long way while our archers, fall back so they don't get ripped to shreds.
Yeah.
That's a battle plan. That's a battle plan I think we can all get behind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We change things in real time, and Midge is like, making adjustments. Players never making up their friggin' minds.
Welcome to playing D&D.
Welcome to play D&D.
Zork's Emporium is playing right now as well, so it's perfect.
It's not over and done until the DM has asked the players, are you sure, for the third time?
Well, if you ask me if I'm sure, I'm changing my mind.
My players always wonder, it's like, DM, you listen to us plan, right? So why do you always ask, what are we doing? Because I have to make sure. I want you to point by point, bullet point me, what is your plan and how are you doing it? Because the second they get 2 steps in, one of the players is like, wait, I thought we were doing it this way. And I'm just like...
See, this is why I don't play high intelligence characters very frequently, because my mind loves to do that. And in a Star Wars game, I am a big planner. I'm playing a character that likes to make plans. And the group that I'm with is a bunch of fucking chaos gremlins. They don't do that kind of thing. So, frustrating.
Listen, sometimes you kick in the door and you see what you find on the other side. Sometimes you kick in the door and the door explodes and you're all a pile of cinders. Sometimes you kick in the door and the noble asks you, why are you kicking in my door? This is my house. You have the wrong house. The evil necromancer's next door. You just do things sometimes to see what happens.
In a post-Jedi Empire Rising era, when there's another Jedi who says, yeah, I just usually let it flow with it. The Force guides me. How are you not dead? You know what? Never mind. Now I know why the Jedi are mostly extinct. Just haven't caught you yet. Because I'm not playing a Jedi. I'm playing a very Raymond Reddington character, if you guys are familiar at all with Blacklist.
I am familiar with Raymond Reddington.
I love it.
No idea who that is.
It's called Blacklist, James Spader.
He's
It's
good. I watched one episode of that and then I moved to Finland.
I see the shorts all the time on YouTube. It's always the shorts are all
that's
over
how
YouTube.
I've seen who Raymond Reddington is literally through YouTube Shorts.
They rarely say his name on the YouTube Shorts though.
James Spader.
Midge is continuing to set this up, so we're going to go over this plan one more time to make sure I think we're all in agreement. The army is going to prepare a feint, a front line, a holding line that is going to cover for our archers to make it seem like we are attacking to keep them proper. They are going to harry the front line of the enemy units. Based on how the enemy units respond, if they move to charge in, then we counterattack the charge, and we attack as hard as we can when they don't have the advantage of the fog. If they pull back into the fog, that's great. We continue to harry them from that position, so it seems like we're just trying to soften them up before a proper assault, while we, the three of us, and Zara, do our job and try and take care of this fucking bell. I think that concisely and properly sums up our plans in a way that makes sense to everyone, and is what we were all thinking about.
Yeah.
Cool. Breton turns the other commanders. There you go. To line. I think while we're taking a minute here, Breton's got some oil in his pocket. I don't have Sarah money prepared. I think he's wondering about blessing this oil. It's like squeezing it in. No, we'll do that during downtime. It's fine. I'm not gonna waste spell slots before we get into a major fight. Unholy ichor is staining the hilt of his great sword.
Bless and wash.
Some people have different opinions about the D&D movie, but I do think one of my favorite lines is at the very beginning when they're talking, like they're getting the axe, and they're like, "You should really be using wax seed oil on that every single week." And he's like, "Hey, before we leave, wax seed oil. Yeah, I know, I got you. Let's go." It's like, just that's a party that understands each other. You know what? I love that dynamic already. You've already established these characters get each other. They've been doing this together for a while.
The only thing I disagree with is saying that there are multiple opinions about the D&D movie. Like, I thought that was like universally beloved, and it just wasn't watched by enough people because of, you know, it's got D&D attached to it.
Well, also it was at the same time. It was also going on at the same time WotC was doing its bullshit.
True.
A part of me faintly remembers that there were some polarizing opinions about it. I could not recall them, but regardless, I thought it was good. I also enjoyed it. I cited that line. Regardless of how you feel about what they theoretically did to Elminster and how accurate that may actually be to any portrayal of what real Elminster is, but it was a really good movie that really the scene at the end where it perfectly captures what a chaotic D&D combat is against a boss. That fight is something else. It's really entertaining to watch.
Yeah, the shorts of that movie on YouTube all the time as well, on YouTube Shorts. Specifically the sorcerer, I can't remember anyone's name, saying how he was going every time he did a spell, he was like gonna do something fresh and new with his hands. Yeah, glooping out some smoke to do smoke spell or that kind of thing. Yeah, that short I've seen about a dozen times.
Okay.
Also, just out of curiosity, okay, we're good. Okay, we're ready. Okay, so enough vamping. We're good.
Vamping done. I've shared with you a document called the underscore sorrow, but the last O is missing underscore bell. So, this will give you a layout of the map as you guys remember it. I'm sharing this with you just in case there's anything you want to change about the assault or any questions you want to ask.
This is on Fantasy Grounds?
Yes.
Yep. Looking at the way this is set up, there is no drill. There is no war embossing, say. This is the immediate picture I get when I see this. Guys, I know how to kill it. We have to get inside, we have to cut the pillar supports, and then we have to hit it real hard from the top. This whole damn thing is under pressure. It'll explode.
I was thinking it looks more like a Green Lantern, like the actual big lantern.
So for context, the circle is on top. That's the bell.
Yeah.
The square that's underneath, that's the hand. Then there's that grey, that's that walkway at the top with the rib cage's cage off of the side. That technically goes all the way. However, the center area is a bit more open because of the top bit. And then there's the tower, like the are they pentagons, hexagons at the front?
Hexagons.
Those hexagons at the front and back.
No, sorry, those are
octagons.
1, 2, 3. Those are octagons.
Those octagons at the front and the back are towers. And then the big ellipse elliptical shape, that is the big massive roller at the front in the clawed hands, which is like a spiked roller. And then the bits at the side are like building. They're like, again, more built like structure on the side. And then and then there's chains out the back. I didn't mark the chains coming out the front because not engaged / destroyed.
Okay.
So they do have the means to pull it back within the keep, but they've been choosing not to do so.
This job is not done.
Let's make them regret it.
Okay. So
if this is accurate to scale, is the bell actually like a 25 by 20 foot diameter? That's big.
Yes.
That's really damn big.
This is to scale. Like I said, this is like 100-odd foot long machine that was 60 foot high.
Yeah, and it's 70 feet from the exterior ring of the bell to the front of the machine. Like, yeah, this thing is like 170 foot across, long.
Did anyone figure out how to add necrotic resistance?
Yeah. If you've already got resistance to something like fire, you can literally just copy that effect and then just change fire out for necrotic.
I don't know where to add that though, because I get the resistance to fire from Hellish Ancestry.
Okay. Open up Hellish Ancestry, and it should have the command for apply fire resistance to you.
Oh, Hellish Resistance, sorry. Oh, Infernal Legacy there.
Yeah, it's in your. It'll be in your actions somewhere.
Oh, right. Okay, hang on. Is it down here?
Conversely, I can also just.
My wife just brought me coffee, and I was distracted for about 5 minutes. Did we discover how to put necrotic resistance on people?
I guess I'll just post it in chat here to make things easier on you all as soon as I grab the ability. So basically, what you want to type in is you want to do inside of a new effect. It is.
I'm just going to show the audience what you guys are seeing, but this isn't the battle map version because my Fantasy Grounds isn't opening on my streaming PC right now. Fantasy Grounds was having some issues earlier.
Oh, sorry, fix that. That last one should be a bracket, not a.
I just write that in.
Yeah, you should just apply that to an effect and then add it to yourself. When it prompts you, obviously you're going to want it to. It wears off never because this is never going to wear off. It's a permanent effect.
I don't. Okay.
You'll have to add it as like an effect to your actions, and then as an action, use it on yourself.
Okay.
Actually, can I just do this super easy without you guys having to do this? Can I just apply it to you with my ability?
You might be able to just drag it onto
like
if you drag it onto them on the character on the turn tracker. You might be able to.
Yeah, I was thinking like, can I just do?
Yeah, there.
There. I gave it to Ruby and I gave it to Valymr.
Sweet. Thank you.
Thank you.
It's like I figured it out. I can just apply it to you. Because I set it to where I can do it as a target.
Look at me. I am the DM now.
My resist fire says resist : fire : -1.
Yeah,
That's
-1 is the
thing?
duration. Yeah, so it never runs out.
Yeah. Right, but that's what I have on fire. I don't have that on necrotic.
Yeah, I have that on my cold. I don't know if that is required. Okay. Because if I look at my cold resistance, I literally copied this verbatim from it. And my verbatim has nothing in there for -1 for it, so I think it doesn't need that. As long as the condition, as long as the expand just says never, you should be fine. There may have been a Fantasy Grounds update that changed that.
Yep. Very likely, honestly.
Makes sense.
Because as you see, like we've also got other protections like aura protection, saves, divine health, immune disease. None of that has -1 on it.
That's true.
And let's make sure we have on turned all our buffs on too. Yeah, okay. Make sure we are ready for this.
Okay. So, where would you guys like to engage from?
With the attack, with the feint starting, I think we just try and drop in straight on the front of this thing, right? If Ruby's going to try and just solar beam the middle of it and see what she can do to it, then giving her the best straight line to attack from is key.
Yeah.
Okay. And is Zara handling your flying?
It's under mine.
I think until we touch down. I think once we touch down, we'll have to play that a little bit more by ear. Because Breton has to get close enough for Ruby to be able to see this thing clearly, at least for the first sunbeam. Once she's targeted for the first time, Breton can back up, and then Ruby can just repeat last.
I suspect this thing qualifies as an undead, so it would have disadvantage on the save.
If it can make the save.
Who knows? The only way to find out is to test and throw, see what sticks. If Sunbeam doesn't work, I will ramp up and try different things.
And if nothing works, we potentially drop a Dark Star on it and then leave. Just try again another way. It's like, what? It's like the line from the first X-Men. You know what happens when an evil demonic hand falls into a dark hole? The same thing that happens to everything else.
Holy cow, it's snowing. So while Mitch is setting that up,
I still think it's funny as hell that line in the first movie, Halle Berry asked that a bunch of different times, and that's why she says the same thing that happens to everything else. But they cut every other time she said the line, so there's no build up to her asking that. Yes, that's what I was making the joke from the first X-Men when she fries Frog.
So
Tell them while Mitch is setting up the.
I'm setting you guys up, and then I'm also setting up fixing Zara's sheet.
Go ahead and tell them the voice acting thing.
Oh,
voice tutor.
You sure? Why do you want me to tell it? Why don't you want to tell it? It's your story.
Just go.
All right. We actually just hit an ad break on the screen, so we've got about 20 seconds here before we come back. Assuming, so we're gonna just sit here and wait.
Are the ad breaks for everybody at the same time, or is it by user?
No, it tends to be.
Yeah.
On Twitch, yes, it's
that way streamers can actually plan around them if they want to take breaks for people to be like, okay, we're on an ad break, hey, we're back. Okay, so our good friend Beth here, as many of you who have been paying attention at home, has recently moved to Japan. Recently, it's been months now, but she's moved to Japan. And in her time living in Japan, she has been trying to learn Japanese. Makes sense. You're living in a country where the primary language is English. You should try and learn as much of the language as you can. So in her time doing so, she has been doing some work with a local tutor, as you will. And recently, as she was speaking with an individual, this individual pointed out that her Japanese was slightly off. And when she tried to comprehend how her Japanese was slightly off, the individual in no small order says, "You sound like a bumpkin." The Japanese she has been learning is Aomori Japanese, which, for those of you who don't know, is basically the south of Japan. Her voice tutor has been giving her the equivalent of, it's like if someone from Japan came to the US and started learning how to speak from somebody who speaks like me from Tennessee.
It's
hilarious. A southern drawl.
That's so funny.
So there's a secondhand.
That's like getting English lessons and learning from a Liverpudlian. It's hilarious. I like that.
So it's funny as shit because I'm looking for a figurine that I'm not able to find yet, and I ask in Japanese where I could find this item, and the store clerk, very nice gal, says, "We don't have it." What?
There's 8 Dolian mages on this map. Just to start, there's 8 mages, 1 artillery mage, a bunch of frost giant zombies. Like,
so I'm gonna line up like in the middle and just DSRA down the line.
So,
y'all fucking.
As you get closer, you see.
guys, it's a really good thing that we have resistance to necrotic damage now. I'm just saying.
Sorry, there is another artillery mage. Yeah. This is the battle as you see it.
I know what I'm doing as soon as we land. You guys can take your own methods, but I know exactly what I'm doing the second that I fucking land.
Like, this is... Basically, you will have... I will let you, like, get anywhere within... Like, I will let you guys, right now, move anywhere within 60 feet of the outside of this structure if you want to evaluate your approach.
60 feet within the outside of the structure. Okay. So we are 60 feet from the actual machine itself is our approach line.
Yeah, because I was basically... Right now, I will let you change this because, like, it's one of those things of... essentially, there's a lot on the map. If you want to reposition now that you have a little bit more information, etc., you can do that because there's going to be a time... you guys are strong enough. You've experienced the fog enough that it doesn't affect you.
Harder for me and Valymr to do. We can't control how we fly in.
No.
Ruby can pivot and course correct. We are basically just following in with Zara. And do we have... at the very minimum, we have to get close enough for Breton to see where the bell is, so Ruby can target the bell in the hand. So we know where we have to go on that first turn. The good news is, as we look at the initiative, it seems like we're in a pretty good position. Yet. Oh, because it seems like all the mages have 7s and the zombies got 6s.
Yeah, no,
and they definitely didn't get that low the last time we fought.
Yeah, no, the initiative hasn't been rolled yet, which is why I'm asking for your final, like, where do you want to start from? No initiative, because I haven't asked you guys for initiative either yet.
Actually, need to do some rolls real quick before we even start, because I didn't do it when I woke up.
What of the boons did we
get? We got temporary hit points, right? We haven't set a new boon because the last boon we had hasn't worn off yet. Though I do imagine at the very least we did look into the prism.
And get 4 fireballs back.
Hasn't been a dawn yet, I don't think.
I mean, we did take a long rest. Is it not at least a new day?
If it's a new day, we should have done a siege tick. Let me check.
You did one over the night.
Yeah, we rested after the siege tick happened.
Yeah, siege ticks are every 12. So if this assault was happening at dawn, then you wouldn't have a boon.
Then, because the way we talked about this is the siege tick happened, and we were talking about as we rested that because the boon lasts 24 hours, the boon would disappear during the middle of the next day so basically in between the next siege tick. So 6 hours before the next siege tick is when the boon would wear off.
Okay.
That was when we worked it out. But because we rested for 8. But because the prism is basically the start of each day, the start of each day is different from the boon lasting 24 hours. Unless the boon also should just be allowed to reset each morning, in which case I think we reset our boon before we came down here.
I need to double. I think that was the case, because they both reset 24 hours. Because you've been doing it essentially at dawn, it would reset at dawn, along with the Luxembourg.
Then in that case, you didn't. do we just pick the same thing that we've been doing, or do we want to pick a different boon for this one? Because I'll tell you what my plan was. That's a lot of Nullian mages. Breton's plan was to drop down in the middle and then ignite the sunburst and just put up a holy aura.
Might work.
And just act as because I've got 18 maximum hit points added to mine. Obviously, if we reroll, we may adjust that a little bit. But that was my plan because Holy Aura is going to go huge in this fucking fight.
So yes.
If we do get a reroll on that, then maybe whoever gets the least amount of HP from it can do that. To not.
And I can twin Holy Aura on you guys too. So.
We want
Holy Weapon. I'm sorry, not Holy Aura.
Yeah, the Holy Aura is a different spell from that. Also, Holy Aura is specifically self, so that cannot be twinned. Plus, we need you concentrating on killing the machine.
All right, I will focus on pew-pewing the machine.
Like, if you can get bad guys in it, by all means, yeah, we're gonna do our best.
You're gonna have to you have to keep those mages off me. Yep.
Fragments last 8 hours. Yes, so.
I just remembered we never got to talk with my shade, my holy spectre thing.
We forgot about him again.
No,
the same way that
this is the first time.
Their shade, so... they don't have much to say.
Yeah, so you can have done fragments. I was seeing if there's a limit on how many times you can a day. There isn't. You can just have one every 8 hours.
Okay. So if we rested, we definitely have another fragment.
Yes.
But the boons are 24 hours, so it comes down to...
Depending when you wanted to assault.
We wanted to assault as soon as we woke up. We weren't taking time for this because we were fresh. We're like, we're gonna try and end the siege as fast as possible so we can improve the condition at the camp at the very minimum.
Then I'd say for safety's sake, you're still about 2 hours away from the boon changing.
Right. So we're on our old boon. Okay, so that's fine. That works for us too. That's what we came in planning, so that's what we'll go in finishing.
Correct.
Do I just add some temp HP to myself then? Because I had more than what I have now, and then we long rested and it took it away?
Well, when you finish a long rest, you lose temporary hit points regardless.
Right, yes. But then that boon also increases your max.
Yes, did you change your max back?
Yeah, because I thought it ended. I'm pretty sure I only got like 10 or so. Like, I got really low on the last one.
I do remember, actually, I do remember you all talking about it. You all just removed yours. Breton has not removed yours. Breton only got that 18 on his. I remember that specifically.
Then add 18
That's why I was
to
like,
yours, then Valymr as well.
Because my roll was crap.
Okay.
4d10 we have to roll for HP?
Well, we're not rolling it because this is the old one that we were applying. Because we never gave up the old one.
Oh, shit. I took mine away yesterday.
Then apparently the number, you get the 18. That's the magic number we're using because that's what Breton had.
No, I remember, Ruby, you had like 30.
I rolled high.
You rolled 30.
Yeah, I rolled high.
It was ridiculous. I remember you running 30. Yeah. So let's put yourself up to 185. Remember your old numbers, though, guys.
I have it written in my thing now.
We don't have the temp hit points because we've long rested, though.
Yes.
The temp hit points have gone away. So we, assuming that Ruby has given us a snack for the morning, though, what is your cooking benefits for?
You'll get 6 efficiency bonus.
Yeah. Listen, I'll take every hit point I can get right now.
Yeah.
Like I'm half tempted going into this fight if I don't have to concentrate on the holy aura for this. I don't have it. We could have re-prepared spells. We had a long rest. I'm half tempted to come into this fight with heroism, and I know no heroism is 3 fucking hit points. I'm not strong enough to justify heroism.
Okay, guys. Final placement of where you want to go.
I'm kind of comfy wherever. Like, I don't feel like it matters too terribly much.
I'm thinking this is as good as it's going to get. I'm actually going to make that change. I'm going to punk myself on this one. Okay. Oh, was the other 5th level that I prepared? I'm keeping that one. Okay. Yeah, I'm good approaching from this angle. I think Zara's good from approaching this angle too.
Okay.
That's fine for us.
Then everybody roll initiative.
You should be good to roll because you've gotten all your bonuses on it. Oh my god, those mages all got 21.
Ooh, and apparently the zombies got nothing. They didn't roll.
I almost got a nat 20 there.
That's brutal.
Before we get in, can I have drank a potion?
Wait, don't I have advantage on initiative because of alert? No.
You get +5.
Yeah.
Yeah, you rolled a 6 and got 19. So if you wanted to be used, we still have inspiration for the session.
Yeah, I was just thinking I might blow it here just so I can go first.
We also have the cellite rerolls that allow you to use your once a day. Oh my god, you rolled a 2.
I'll take the 16 or the 19 if I can change that, please.
You rerolled it with your inspiration?
Yeah.
Well,
so let me tell you something about my rolls. They never matter. They never help.
That puts you 1 in front of Valymr, right? Oh no, it technically puts you in front of the artillery mages in the front.
19.
Yeah.
Okay.
I haven't rolled yet because I'm dreading this number. All right, 18's. It's.
I mean, we're all together.
The fact that these fuckers keep rolling into 20s.
What's the bonus Zara gets?
+6.
So she is actually first.
My kittens.
Awesome. That means she can get us down to the thing, hopefully, in position.
Okay.
Babies.
So, as you approach this giant bell, you feel the swinging in. You can feel it in the air and in the fog. It like pulsates like a heartbeat. It is Zara's go. She's going to move all of you 90 feet.
Can we have had a preparatory spell before we arrived? I would like to have cast Protection from Evil and Good. It lasts for 10 minutes.
Yes.
Cool.
The only spell I would cast on myself, as I'm double checking my spells, is... That seems like it would be a really good choice. Ruby's our nest egg to get us out of here. Breton is going to make sure that we have our bug out button. I'm going to throw a death ward on Ruby.
Oh, thank you. My toe!
Did you forget to include the death ward on the toe?
Kittens. I've got to get attacked by a kitten, is what happened.
Yeah, I left her in Achilles' toe.
Kittens, babies.
If she drops to 0 hit points, unless they attack her toe, she drops to 1 instead. If she would be killed outright, she also drops to 1 hit point instead.
Jover.
Yeah, that's 8 hours. I'm not gonna. I took heroism. I don't think I'm gonna precast it. It's only 1 minute.
I don't really have anything I would precast because Sunbeam's got a duration of like a minute, so I'm not going to precast that. Yeah, nah. Everything else is concentration, so.
How high up are the towers on the ends of this thing, Midge? Out of my curiosity.
So they're like level with the top of the the rampart.
So it's flat. They're
Yeah,
just they're
it's a
just
one flat
ramparts.
surface.
Okay.
So it's the white that is a drop down. The grey is like a 2-foot lip down.
Okay.
Also, I think I've accurately done the darkness now. Oh no, it's worse than that because it's using actual dark vision. And the Empyrean is giving off loads and loads of light.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay, I was trying to get the actual vision range as sort of, but we'll go with that. It's not quite accurate. Just remember you've got a 30-foot area around you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Zara has moved. She's going to shoot some of these Nullians, I think.
Okay.
Also, for some reason, my round is starting at Ruby.
Oh. So maybe something to do with you moving her initiative.
Maybe it might have. So Zara has moved. She's going to attack the... I know why that's not working. I'm on the lighting layer. Closest Nullian. .29 hits. Okay. This is about to get quite bad for you.
Yeah.
As it is the Nullians' turns.
No, we're fine. We got this, guys.
I'm just gonna hope that we have cover from the ones on the far side because of how big the bell is.
I'm gonna take a legendary action. You didn't know I had those, Midge, but I do. I ported it over from my other game.
Yeah, I actually have. It's not resistance; it's immunity to all damage.
In DM.
Wow, he did badly. This one's going to be targeting you, Ruby.
And what did I do?
You're a glowing ball of flame. You stand out almost as much as
First
Zara.
attack misses.
Yeah.
Does a 21 hit?
It would, unless somebody like me cast shield upon myself, which, you know, boink.
Okay. 13 also misses. So, 3 shots come your way. Miss.
It's a good thing you guys aren't lumberjacks!
That's a natural 1. Ooh,
God,
that's a crit, though.
Y'all. I got crit?
No, it's Zara.
Wait, can I get him to... Oh, wait, is that only against me with luck?
Against you with luck.
Yep.
Ah, balls.
This is also against you, Ruby. First attack misses. Second attack misses. Third attack misses.
Phew, phew, phew. 15, 12, 10. You're not even in the same time zone as my AC. He's you guys have to roll an 18 or higher to hit me.
Yeah, but
This
they
one's
don't
going to
have
try and
to
cast a
just-
spell.
I'll counterspell him. 3rd level.
You have no reaction,
I cast shield. You're right.
You don't have a reaction.
so it's either Valymr or me. And Breton is not good at counterspelling guys that can cast spells this high.
I've only got a 3rd level as my max level. I'll try.
This is a 6th level spell, so you are going to have to roll on this. This is a charisma check.
Yeah.
Okay.
You are much better at doing these than I am. Hey, 22.
22.
That succeeds. His spell fails.
Fuck your spell, bitch.
In response, this one's going to shoot at you.
Fuck.
A 16 misses.
Yes.
A 19 misses.
It does.
And a 21 hits.
Fuck. It does.
You don't have a reaction?
No, I
You
can't.
counterspelled.
You take 23 points of damage reduced.
Good to know
You're
that the
necrotic,
necrotic resistance is set up properly.
It is.
Yeah, and the resistance to necrotic is still there. Okay.
That was a big chunk of damage. You still, holy shit! You still took. So it was 22, and you took 11 of it. Okay, that's fair. That is a lot of damage. That's okay. We can make this work.
This one's going to summon some undead.
Okay.
As you see hands start to claw out of the rock that you're standing on. And zombies appear in front of you.
Brains.
Brains.
My dear Job, I would like to have your brains. Would you mind handing them over?
An intelligent zombie.
Ruby, it is your turn.
Intelligence, they're well spoken.
Yes, well, I'm going to cast upon myself the subtle variation of Sunbeam.
Okay.
I will spend the sorcery point for that, and I will apply this to myself. Wah! And
Alright,
then
Mario.
with the action, I will... and I will pew pew. Does it have to make a con save, or do I just need to roll the damage out of curiosity? The hand.
Are you targeting the hand or the bell?
I think
And...
Ruby actually wants to kill the hand, yeah. Because the hand is targetable.
Okay, so...
yeah.
Okay, for context, they both target as the same thing
Okay.
on the map, so you can target, but the hand has some stats. The bell has some stats.
Okay, well, for the purposes of me throwing this thing at the hand, because that's what I wanted to hit.
Okay. What type of save? If it's con, then yes, it will need to make a con save.
Isn't
If it is
Sunbeam
undead, it has...
beam weapon as well? Like it hits everything in between it, so maybe some of those zombies as well.
We're up higher.
Okay.
Oh, we landed.
So the hand is below.
Oh, we're landed.
The hand is in the dark green square below. The bell is above. So you will need to maneuver.
The green
in a
there's
way
an
to...
opening, right?
Yeah. It's open. It's open, but you'll still need to maneuver to shoot it.
Yeah, so the bell is like free hanging, and then the hand is recessed down into the pit below it.
Yes, and there is a walkway
I'll fly
between.
myself over here.
There is a walkway in between, which is that octagon in the center. And remember that the light green that's where the actual air quotes hand is, that's that roaring line of necrotic energy that goes through the middle.
Yeah, so I'm above it. I'll fly up 10 feet, get above the zombies, and aim down.
Okay. You're going to fire into the necrotic beam?
Yes.
Down at the hand. Okay.
If it's undead, it has disadvantage.
Okay. It's going to use a legendary resistance.
It's taking half of what I'm about to throw at it.
Okay.
Or no, it takes full damage, but it's not. No, it's not half. It's
It doesn't get blinded.
It takes the full. Get blinded.
It takes half on success and doesn't get blinded. It takes
31 points of radiant damage.
Okay.
And it looks healthy.
It does. You feel...
Did it take any damage at all?
So as the beam shoots through the... as your beam powers through the necrotic energy between the bell and directly hits the hand, there is this unrelenting force behind it that seems to absorb your damage.
Entirely, huh?
Correct. You would say that there is a damage threshold here.
31 didn't exceed the threshold?
It succeeded. It took half.
Well, I'm sorry, Midge. I'm not understanding. Did it take half damage or did it take no damage?
It took... It doesn't look like
it succeeded the save, so it only took 15 points of radiant damage, which 15 did not break its threshold.
Correct.
So, like, 20 is probably the threshold. Which is why my Eldritch Blast couldn't do shit against it.
Or the threshold is 15 and meets it, does not beat it. Like the magic number could
this
be
thing's
16,
really tough. I'd have to hit it harder than I can. Or hit it harder than I have been. And that's my turn.
Breton.
I can't see anything now.
Can you...
Other than the other four characters, my world just went... Okay, I needed to select myself. I apologize.
Yeah, you need to select yourself.
It deselected me when my turn started.
Weird.
Alright. And when I go to move myself, everything goes dark again.
Okay, odd. It might... that's because it's the difference between player vision and token vision. Can you add the light spell to you?
I'm gonna need a second.
It should be under effects. Like there's a spell light.
There's spells. There. Scroll down.
So just top right in the under tools, there's an effects panel, and there's a quick action for light in there.
Oh, top left in there. That's drag record link, export record link, find token. I don't know if I have that.
Under tools. So where the did I say top left? I meant top right. Where the combat tracker, party sheet, calendar, dice, modifiers, effects.
I don't have tools up there.
Do you not?
No.
You don't have the drop down for tools. So how do you get the combat tracker open?
I have up there tools. What happens if I do that? Can you see something?
Yeah, I can see after that.
Okay, I added light to me.
Okay, that works. Yes, it's reading your character as human, and currently the map is darkness, but your aura isn't taking into play.
Yeah, okay, anyways. So I move 5, 10, 15, and I gotta measure something. I may not go that 15, I may go back measure, we'll see.
Sure.
So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, just within range. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So by my count, good Sir Breton is within 30 feet of you, you. Not those two guys. And also you, and you. So, Midge, I do want you to clarify. Sunburst, and this is going to be a sad one for me to ask. Sunburst typically does not differentiate between friend and foe.
Does not.
So, does the Platinum Chalice differentiate, or am I about to nuke Zara and Valymr? Because Sunburst is also a targeted spell. It's not typically emanating from you. Mm-hmm. It works differently in the Platinum Chalice.
It does.
Which is what I'm asking. Because by the rules of the Platinum Chalice, that means Breton would nuke himself for the Sunburst as well. So I'm basically dropping a fireball on my own feet.
Precisely. But it's combined with Holy Aura, if I remember correctly, for this specific spell, which allows you to pick characters of your choice. So I would say this will also target characters of your choice.
Cool. So we're going to target, if I interpret it, so the bad guys get Sunburst, the good guys get Holy Aura.
Pretty much.
Okay. I need to double check one thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Nice.
Ruby moved just out of the range of Holy Aura.
Yep.
Either I miss 3 of these guys with the Sunburst, or Ruby does not get Holy Aura. So Ruby, I really hope you've got shields to spare to make this work. All right. So we're going to do this. We're going to apply the Sunburst first, because I don't want to do... I can do friendlies and holos at the same time. So this is a con save for all these boys, as Breton just gives up his aura.
Yep.
Go ahead and check in there if there's anything that needs to be changed, Midge.
No, none of that. They don't have any special saving throws or anything. The thing that will also need to change, you're giving up your aura, which means your bonus HP goes down.
I'll lose my 18. I will lose my 18 hit points. I will happily do that in a second. Let's go ahead and apply that damage.
Cool. All of the zombies just evaporate.
Nice. I do appreciate seeing that. Go ahead and clear trackers. And then we're going to apply me, and my good boy Valymr over there. We're going to apply the second end of that. We are going to apply Holy Aura.
One of those Nullian mages is absolutely top now.
So that means we have advantage on saving throws. We already do, because we have the sword. But now, if you move beyond 30 feet of Breton, this is just an effect applied to you. You keep the 30 feet.
Yes.
Also, all fiends and undeads have disadvantage on attack rolls against us, and if any of them hit us in melee, we'll see if that comes up. They have to make the saving throw, or they become blinded for the next minute, or until the spell ends. So that is the effect that is now up on that. Cool. I will go ahead and remove my maximum hit points, because I'm no longer at 218. I'm at 200. I'm not at 0. I'm at 200. Please tell me that it didn't down me. Good. That's Breton's turn. Yeah, he did the thing.
Nice. Awesome turn. Artillery Mage.
This is no wonder. Can they see us through the bell? Because the bell's a real big fucking bell, and we're right on the other side of the platform of it.
He cannot. Valymr, over to you.
I have a question.
Yep.
This bone thing that we've got. If I have, the 18 HP from it.
Yep.
If I lose that 18 HP, do I still get to do the boom thing?
Huh?
Can I still expend the boon part?
Your maximum hasn't gone down. You still have the maximum, no matter what.
Yeah.
So you would still be able to...
You only expend the boon once you expend the boon. However, for example, if you had 18 hit points left, and you remove the 18 hit points, you would die.
You actually wouldn't, because the current hit points don't change when you lose maximum hit points. That's an important distinction.
True. No, you are right. It was only if you had 18 hit points total.
Yeah, that would kill you. If you had 18, if your maximum hit points were at 18 and your maximum hit points went down because you lost the effect, then that would kill you. Yes. But that's if your maximum hit points were only 18. Yeah, but having maximum hero point 0 is not good, as you probably don't have to imagine.
Hi, Mama.
Can I go to there?
Can you go to... Yeah, you can move through Zedaar.
Oh, that's 35. That's 45.
Yeah, sorry, I hit him with the force bolts a couple of times. That's why he's so low.
Can I make it there instead? That's the same distance.
Yes. Because that's not too much of a raised lip to actually...
Friendly reminder, there are giants down below!
Yep.
As he moves to one square left, and it's like, oh, there's a giant! Right! I see him now!
I'm gonna do the same thing as Breton did, because it seems like it's a good play.
Okay.
So this frost giant everlasting one, is he in range?
So
She in range?
No, you remember you're
This
60
platform's
feet
like
up.
60 feet up. Yeah, they're
Okay.
down below.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna get those with the holy aura. How do I do that?
I added it to my character sheet as effects. So I preempted that. Do you want me to just do it again for you?
Yes,
your
please.
DC is probably higher than mine because I only have I'll have a +3 to charisma. So yours would be higher.
Yes.
If you hit if you put +2 in your modifiers down the bottom before you hit it, it should apply.
Yeah.
Let me find it again because I don't have my character sheet disappeared on me.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Thank you.
Breton, where'd your character sheet go? Why can't I do anything on Fantasy Grounds?
Mama, you're big.
Hold on. I need to click this button. There we go. Click this button. That brings character sheet back up. We'll go down here at a +2. Hopefully that works. Not +20. It is not that good of a bonus. And then we will... so it's everyone within 10 feet of Valymr. So... Or everything within 30 feet of Valymr, sorry. So it is...
Yeah. Everyone on the left and the 2 on the right.
And these individuals. So this is going to be an important one. Valymr applying Holy Aura will overwrite Breton's Holy Aura, which means you'll be the one making con saves for it, not me. If you choose to apply Holy Aura to us, because you can't, you don't stack the effects. You will just replace the duration with the longest duration.
I think you've got a better con than me, so maybe you should keep them.
My con bonus is like +16.
I think we don't need. I don't need. We're fine. We're fine.
I was just pointing that out so you would have the knowledge that he would be. That all means you will lose concentration on your spell because Holy Aura is concentration. So
not that it matters. All the spell does is people have disadvantage to hit me, and you gave me that anyway. I feel like
you can't be possessed, so that's good.
So remember, with the Holy Aura portion, you could technically pick no creatures to gain the boon, and you.
Yeah, because it's creatures of choice. You can just choose no one. That's fair. All right, so saving throw for these boys again. It did not increase my save DC. It didn't matter because everybody rolled under 17. One guy got a 20, so I don't think it changes anything. As a note, all the people who failed the saving throw midge are also blinded.
You should be able to apply that as an effect.
I will. So
I can blind them, I think.
So that's going to apply that to all those guys. Oh shit! That's adding. Why is that adding 2d8 damage to each of those? Oh shit! Well, that should not be adding 2d8
because of Holy Aura.
Because of no, I think Holy Weapon is still on. Okay. I don't think Holy Weapon was ever taken off from the last fight. Midge, as much as I am remiss to say this, these guys are going to get 23 hit points back each.
Ooh, okay.
Because that is what we rolled on those 48 that should have been there. Yeah, I'm sorry you were having to do the maths.
I have blinded them.
So Mage 1 succeeded on the second one.
One should
Did he
still be
succeed on the-
non-blinded, by the way.
Okay, yeah, sorry. Which one?
The one who succeeded.
Yeah, so that would be Mr. Mage.
He succeeded against both of them.
Yeah.
So yeah, Mage 1 is unblinded. The rest of them are blinded.
I'll remove it from Mage 1, it's fine. Give him 23 back. So that is 50.
According to this is also concentration. The blindness for the sunburst is also concentration. Really? I mean, it doesn't matter. As we established, Valymr, it doesn't matter if he drops.
Yeah.
No, it's not. It's instantaneous, so that shouldn't be a concentration effect. That's just listed improperly in the log.
Yay.
They do that sometimes. It's okay. It's only like they've been doing
I
their
tried
best
to do this with my brain.
Because I added Blinding Smite to him. I used the Blinding Smite to spell to blind them. I just had that effect, so I just popped that on there.
Oh, you're right, because it's not Sunburst applying it, because my Sunburst does not have, I don't think it actually has the concentration on the blindness. It doesn't. It just lasts the minute. With the repeat, they get to repeat the save at the end of their turn. It also dispels any darkness in the area that was created by a spell. I don't think there's any darkness in the area that was created by a spell. I think we can safely say that's not a thing. Still, all in all, that was yours was 44 minus 7, so 37. Yours was 37,
Valymr?
and mine was
yes,
41. So 41, 37. It's over 70 points of damage to each of them, or most of them. I'll take that damage.
Yeah.
You feel the unmistakable mark of climbing on the structure you're on.
These things are so heavy, they're making this thing rattle. This thing's fucking huge. Yep, sure, that's fair. I believe it.
They're fat and tall and big and shit.
Yeah, it's 8 strength, 23 frost giant zombies, and another one.
And another one.
And
that other one has 4 heads.
Yeah.
I count 5 heads.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got a lot of heads.
You know, sometimes when the apocalypse is on you, you just gotta get ahead, you know?
Get out of here.
This one, let me just double check the everlasting one. Your movement. 40 feet. Hey!
But is it a 40 feet climb speed?
So this one uses its dash to get up here. And you now see...
Cool, as soon as they're in range, I'm going to hit him.
Fine. You just see within... crawls up in front of you off the front of this 5-headed frost giant. Doesn't look to be undead.
That's fine. I'm gonna smack him as soon as he gets within 10 feet of me. That's a 33 to hit.
Okay.
Question. Can I add a smite to this as it's a reaction?
Valymr, you don't have a reaction. Do you?
Yes,
Oh, you do. Your
turn.
turn's happen.
She just had his turn.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
My bad.
I'm gonna put an Eldritch Smite on this.
You're climbing, smack him on the noggin, you fall prone!
That's the plan. I would like them to fall down again. is ideally the plan. So I untarget you, I target me, and I do damage 3d8 force. That's not what I wanted to do. Okay, I just hit myself for 12 damage. Let me just fix that.
You made the con save.
True.
Stop.
Okay, so that's not how that one works. Alright, so
Come here.
first I hit him with this damage, and then I hit them with this damage. Oh my god, that was dog ass.
You hit yourself better.
I did hit myself better, but that's fine. I didn't do it for the damage. I am making them prone.
Okay, roll me a d20.
Okie dokie.
We're going to see if they fall onto the platform or fall back. They fall onto the platform in front of you.
Okay.
Okay.
They should be 5 more feet back, though, because it's as soon as they come in range, I hit them, and it's 10-foot range.
It's kind of hard for me to do. There we go. Yet, I'm trying to work the mechanics of this because
rules is written: flying creatures that are knocked prone fall. There is no hard rule that climbing creatures knocked prone fall. That is kind of up to your discretion.
Yeah, no, it's more the fact of I'm trying to work out, would they be 5 foot away by the time they're 5 foot out of range, if that makes sense? Because they're coming from down.
So I think, like I said, the second that their head crests over the top, they're within range of Valymr to smack them.
Yeah. I mean, an eldritch explosion on my hit would knock them prone.
Okay. So
I think, to put this perspective, this is like you're playing the whack-a-mole machines. The second the chipmunk popped its head up, bam!
Okay, so they will go down, I'm guessing.
That was my aim.
Yeah, because the thing is, I'm trying to mechanic, because again, you've got a 10-foot range, but that's 10-foot range on your plane of existence. You get where I'm coming from? There is a gargantuan creature coming from below. You've got a pole arm up, and it's 10 foot and down before you hit them.
The way I was kind of imagining it, because I'm 10 foot from the ledge.
Yeah, so
the way I was imagining it is
the thing is
climbed up, and then I've just stabbed him in the face.
But it's the thing of how are they? It's more as my brain is the mechanics of how are they climbing on as well. Because this is not a flat surface; it is lipped. It's got a parapet. Where's their body in relation? It's quite hard. So for safety's sake.
Of cool wee splash.
I'm gonna roll an athletics to see if they go prone, but they're on. So they would be prone in terms of you were trying to hit them, but they're up rather than down. I think that's probably the safest way to go for this. That's a 21 on the athletics. I'm saying that they haven't fallen all the way. They are still kind of...
That's a shame.
I mean, if they just, if they were half their body craned over the head and their head just slammed to the ground, they're prone, but up here with us, that's fine. As long as we get to benefit from them being prone or falling prone.
Yes, they're still prone. Okay, it is the Hand of Null's turn. Right,
So we are not as close as we were when we were taking the damage from it before, right?
Ruby is.
Okay, Ruby is...
Well, so
Ruby did not cross that threshold of the aura.
It's scaled Constitution saving throws. So theoretically, Ruby should be good at this.
Theoretically, she's also pretty high up.
It's proximity to the bell.
Yeah, you said, but it's
Oh!
Yeah, so you're within 30 feet of the bell at the very least.
Yes. So if Ruby... can everyone make a Constitution saving throw?
Yeah, everybody has
It's a different
advantage.
DC for all of you.
And I've already got the effects applied to Zara. Zara, I'm also going to very quickly apply my aura because she also has my aura while she's within 10 feet of me, or 30 feet of me. But
yeah. So there's 1 DC for Ruby, there's 1 DC for Zara and Breton, and there's 1 DC for Valymr.
32.
Okay.
26.
Fine.
This is a con save, not a charisma save.
Con.
Oh, did I do charisma? I apologize.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So yours is like it was still a 15 on the die.
Right. So I actually have no idea what my modifier is because it only says +2, and I know that's not right. I got a 15 on the die again, so that's fine.
Hey,
23. I apologize.
It's the same number. There you go. So 23.
You all saved. Due to proximity and scale of the damage, Ruby, you take 6 necrotic damage, halved, because you're now resistant. Breton and Valymr, you take 3 necrotic damage, halved. So 1 point of damage each.
I can do this all day.
That's a reasonable amount of damage. We can say that. We can take
You do
those.
know that the longer you are exposed, from your feeling last time, you do feel like the longer you're exposed, the worse it will get.
Mm-hmm.
That is the hand of Noel's first turn, and we are back at the top of the turn order. It's Zara.
I would love to go another round of this. We are past time.
We are past time, yes.
Yeah.
So what we'll do...
No, we're present.
What we'll do here is end for today's session. So thank you so much for everybody for watching. And I've just realized that the battle map I don't think was showing.
Nope, it was just you were looking at our smiling faces the whole fight.
God damn it! Well, I hope we let's everybody. There was a lovely battle map engaged, and also for some reason that scene's broke. I'm irritated as is. This scene is also apparently broken right now, so that's fun.
That's fine. You didn't have to look at it.
You didn't have to look at it. It's all good. Anyway, all I've got left to do
You can
is
see where those zombies got squelched very quickly.
Yeah, all I've got left to do is to thank those who have been here. Thank you to DM Lake, to Lord Lambert, and to Bethany Rhodes. I've been Midgeman. We've been the Monday crew here on the Component Cast. I believe currently there is going to be a Lancer game tomorrow, so you can join the Tuesday crew for that. And until next time, we will see you around. Goodbye.
Toodaloo.
Hey.